BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Welcome along, everyone. It is Barcelona. It is round three. It is gold, and it is going to be another pivotal point in the championship here tonight, isn't it? Oh my word, we've only done 2 rounds, but it is almost perfect for box style, isn't it? And of course, it's a very happy birthday as well to box style as well, which I've seen that Farf has already stolen my thunder. How dare he? We are just waiting for the last few drivers to get into the lobby, so this gives me a great opportunity to go through the drivers and the constructors before we get into the lobby itself. It is boxed out, as we mentioned, 100% so far in terms of win rates, and 2 for 2 for boxed out. I think he's now on 18 Grand Prix wins in his career. Fantastic. Keza is in second position there. Good start to Keza there. Once again, showing that he is very much ever consistent. Since they just outside, I think he's the best of the rest of them. Just outside the top three in terms of speed, alone. Then himself and Immortal very close, I think, together in terms of performance. Now we have Immortal. Talking of Immortal, there he is. He's in third position. The leading Ferrari driver, the leading Alpine driver, I should say, at the moment there, in third position. No, what we're talking about. For some reason, I thought he's in team at Percy for a minute. He is the second Alpine team, showing how well they have done this season. Chaza, who was going to be a commentator with me, as he was in spectator mode for a very long time, but now he's decided to be an F1 driver, which is great stuff for you and me, to be fair, because goodness gracious me, Chaz is going to take me out of a job. But he's in fourth position in the championship with Percy fifth and Troy in sixth. That's probably been the biggest surprise so far of how Ferrari have just lacked performance for both our cars over a single event so far. Seventh position, Toy Coin now. Good start for Toy Coin in his first full season. Indigo in eighth position. Unfortunately, had to pull out very late on. Ninth position is Gurman in the second half. And Brabbit, great start for the silver champion in 10th position. 11th then is Mr. Raging Bull with Coop doing a good job last time. Getting 2 points and 1 point so far for Liam, and for Sloth. Equals, Marky, Nosey, Tango, Chappers, and Nameless has all yet to score so far in the championship. Pinhead, I'm here for my boys Coop and Chappers. Let's get it, lads. Coop has certainly had a good start to the season. Let's see if Chappers get a points on the board as well. Constructors Championship, then it is 72 points for Alpine. I said an incredible start for Alpine. Not as incredible as what they have done in Silver so far. I've never seen a team start off so consistently and well in any championship in ALR. But Haas and Silver have been fantastic. First and second and third over the 2 races so far. But Alpine in gold are not too far behind them. Then we've got the Ferrari team. Then, of course, who's expecting to be the runaway constructor champions this year? It's actually been the Alpine team. Alfa Romeo in the third position on 24 points, and that completes the top 3. McLaren just outside in the constructors in a fourth position there. Haas are in fifth and on 19 points, 15 for Red Bull, 10 for Williams and Aston Martin, and 1 point for Mercedes at the moment. And Mercedes, that 1 point courtesy of Liam, then an AlphaTauri yet to get off the market mode. Now, once again, the AlphaTauri, just like last season, having a horror show to start the season off, but they did finish off very nicely indeed. Joint constructors then, it is Alpine on 118 points then, and Haas, as we mentioned, they've been very good, haven't they? Especially in silver. They are currently second at the moment on 97 points at 89 points for McLaren in third position, and with Ferrari as well, also on 89 points at goodness gracious me, a massive gap between fourth and fifth position then, which is Aston Martin on 44, and Red Bull also joined fifth as well. Seventh position, the AlphaTauri team, 1 point beyond the AlphaTauri is Williams, 32 for Alfa Romeo, and Mercedes on 28 points so far in the championship as well. And you can see then Barcelona, you might have to make the most of that, because this circuit, because potentially it's going to be off the calendar in 2026, which is disappointing indeed, isn't it? It's another street race. Having said that, I think that Knowles and a couple of other drivers did put something in the old F1 discussions chat in the paddock the other day. It doesn't look too bad, the circuit doesn't. Chappers, I think, actually mentioned that turn 5 looks very precarious indeed. I must admit, I quite like that turn 5, but mainly because I'm a guy that doesn't really drive very often, and that's why I don't understand the dangers like real Formula 1 drivers there. So Chappers there, I'm not sure if Chappers was sold on the new Madrid circuit. It looked all right personally, but the problem is though it's very bland on the outside again. I do like you could tell, almost tell, in any corner of this circuit, any corner of most circuits, like I don't know, like Spa, like Monza, like here, like we have in Hungary in a week's time. Then it is you can tell where you are roughly on the circuit, can't you? So yeah, I would say that yeah, so that's what I mean about bland street circuits, personally. But that's just my opinion then. But let's say about that. First time ever, Sean has given me a compliment. Yeah, that will be the last time as well. For goodness gracious me, I must have. It's because I'm very tired this week today as well. It's for the last 2 nights I've been going to bed around 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Why, I hear you ask? Well, because I get myself real bad indigestion on Friday night after indulging in a big bucket of chicken, and then of course last night I decided to watch a load of men in a squared circle try and get each other out of a ring. Then, which basically, if anyone knows about the Royal Rumble, then you might understand that reference. If you do not know about that, you'll be wondering what I do in my spare time. Good evening to you, Rocket Lee. Hello to you, of course. Rocket Lee, great performance last time out in Austria in bronze, may I say. Fantastic stuff indeed for Rocket Lee. Very close to securing some points. I think he finished 14th in the end, Rocket Lee, unfortunately. But I must say, looking very much stronger and at home at Austria. As I was saying though the week before, Silverstone is a very unique start, isn't it, to any championship? I must say, it's a tough old circuit, and really it is not one fair. If you make an error in Silverstone, it is very difficult to get back into that race unless you have a safety car. So not in every race, I suppose, but Austria, it does seem to throw more crazier races, doesn't it? No sprint races at all this evening, which I'm actually glad to hear. I wish you could turn off sprint races in the career mode. I'm sure you could at one stage, but I can't find the setting now, so there's an update, and I lost all that. Out of the final turn then for Cam, making his third appearance in a row. He has raced in the Williams, the Aston Martin, and now the Red Bull. Goodness me, a bit of musical chairs for Cam, but I must say, he's becoming my Jay Hings of the... He's become my Jay Hings of gold. Talking to Jay Hings, he has been parachuted very late last minute, Jay Hings has. But he's becoming my Jay Hings of gold, Cam has, because he just races, he loves racing, doesn't he? And I do want to see him in a full-time seat in gold sooner or later. So really good stuff indeed there for Cam. And of course, he's had 2 sixth positions to start off his championship campaign. Remember, if you are reserved still, you do get to keep your points then. So of course, they do not vanish there or anything like that. We do record all if you're reserved, you still get to keep those points then, and potentially, I don't think we've ever had a reserve that has gone from full-time to, from reserve to full-time and win the championship, but that could happen there, so that's why you always got to be in it to win it and all that kind of stuff. Hello everyone who is just joining the stream as well. Is my little number just jumped up quite considerably there, or maybe it's just my dodgy phone. Cam there coming into the final turn. I must say, I love this circuit. Well, I say new. We've gone back to how the circuit used to be in 2006. That we've lost the Mickey Mouse S-style chicane, and we have gone for 13 and 14 on the last corners now, and just absolutely blast away there, blast away through there, which may reduce overtaking opportunity potentially. I'm not sure about that. Nameless has gone faster by 0.2 of a second, and Nameless returning back into a gold. Then he missed last week, but he's back in action tonight then for the Aston Martin driver, which is absolutely wonderful to see. Everyone is just joining. Hello to you all then. Of course, we have 3 reserves in here tonight. We have Cam in here. We also have Gamer, who, of course, Gamer was, when he was a full-time driver this time last season in Season 9, Liam going faster, still by 500 a second. When Gamer was last racing full-time, he was actually third in the World Championship in gold, wasn't he? Before he had to... take up a reserve role for Gamer. I think that mainly because his sports team played on Sundays after getting promoted. I believe that was the case. Anyway, I think so. As we've got 4 drivers who've just currently gone on the board now. So here comes Chaperton about to finish off lap. So yeah, Gamer in, and of course we have got Cam in again. And we was meant to have a different driver in for Jay Hings there, but unfortunately they've done a no-show. I'm not sure why they haven't there, but that's unfortunately, the person who was meant to drive, I'm not surprised, to be fair. Chappers, he was in a 4th position there. Gosh, I've got me old, I've got me old sat hat on tonight. I'm like, oh goodness gracious me. But there we go. I've been doing this far too long now. I just get a little, I always get a little, a little sassy every now and again. Liam, yeah, currently fastest man. Then, of course, he's only got a point so far to show for it this season. Liam, yeah, has. Liam, yeah, more often than not, is usually a midfield prowess driver, but this season hasn't started off too well at all. That I recorded the Royal Rumble Rocket League did. I wish I did as well, but yeah, I keep thinking I'm still 18, 19 years old, and I can like stay up and not have a problem. I'm really suffering today. I think I got out of bed about 6 o'clock this afternoon, or this evening, I should say. But I must say I am absolutely struggling now. Luckily, I got tomorrow off from work, then, so that's all good. Fine and dandy. So hopefully my sleep schedule will be less rockier by the time I got to get back to work on Tuesday, of course. Happy birthday, Boxed Out. Yes, indeed, then, of course, Boxed Out. Happy birthday to you, my good sir. I don't think I've said it in the Discord yet. I need to get into Discord sometime soon, don't I? I need to get rid of all my notifications. Happy birthday to you, Boxed Out. Of course, I hope you have a lovely day, and potentially what will be the best birthday present for a 3rd Grand Prix win? Surely for Geordie Boxed Out. Absolutely fantastic for Boxed Out. Is it more important to have a win on your birthday? In actual real world Formula 1, I think there's only been like 2 drivers that have ever done it. Like one's Jenson Button, I think. I can't remember who the other driver was. But yeah, so can Boxstar win on his birthday here tonight? That'd be superb stuff indeed, wouldn't it? So we got Santiago Neves in there. Ooh, hello to you, my good sir. So great stuff indeed then. And so we've also got Nightbot giving us a very timely message. Then don't forget to like and subscribe and all that kind of jazz. And of course, give the old stream a thumbs up if you enjoyed, or if you don't enjoy it, we won't know because I don't have a clue how to look at the dislikes, and which I suppose is all right, but we kind of also like to see the dislikes as well, really, because then we know if we're doing something wrong. Gurman's done nothing wrong. No, not that. Fantastic. 8/10 to a second up at the moment. Neves there with a what there. I'm not sure if he's quoting a Stone Cold there, or if he is shocked about something I said, which I think is more the latter, to be honest, because I do say some absolutely shocking stuff more times than not then. Here is Jay Hings, and as I said, one of my favourite drivers on the grid, mainly because he's always ever present. Jay Hings is now, of course, he was a favourite in bronze, hasn't he? But he hasn't started off the championship too well. But there's I always say there's only 18 rounds this season. There is only 18 rounds this season. But Jay Hings there, I think that's more than enough time for Jay Hings to steady the less than perfect start, which Jay Hings probably keeps himself at the standard with. Until you get out of my gym. Jay Hings, I was expecting Jay Hings to be leading the championship at this stage, but having said that, we all know about my record. I don't about predicting things. It always goes horribly wrong. So potentially that might be Jay Hings' pace, but I don't believe that for a second there. I think that Jay Hings is certainly not something that's locker. Maybe it's the first couple of races which hasn't been too well. So Jay Hings is driving the Haas team today alongside German. Just on board Tango at the moment there. Unfortunately, the team on board now, the AlphaTauri, who was absolutely working wonders in season 8 of ALR. Unfortunately, for this difficult start, and the only team now in gold that has not scored 8 points in, and I think that they will be hoping to put that wrong right in round 3 of the championship here tonight. Thank you very much, Dennis. Nosy, good luck, gold. Neves saying, German, fantastic stuff indeed. Well, WTF, and we've also got some shocked emotions in there as well. We've got serious question for evening, and good luck there. Is Tango going second fastest? That looks quite a competitive time so far. Not this Of course, this is unlike the races that have, unlike, of course, silver and bronze and the 100%, we do have full qualifying around here, of course, and in gold, mainly because I think majority of gold did vote for, I say majority, I think it was a split decision in the end, wasn't it? We get the drivers the opportunity to go down to short qual and just have 18 minutes, I believe. I think it was a vote of like 11-9 in the end last season, wasn't it? Very close indeed then, but personally, I do like full qualifying. I really do indeed that. It really, I think it just makes qualifying a bit more dramatic then, but it is quite a long slog, especially if you're knocked out in qualifying quite early on there. On board Chaz are now going through Cox Corner, or turn 9 to you and I. Depending on, of course, if you're a long-time ALR Formula 1 viewer, you'll know that Jonathan Cox on this 50th Grand Prix start had an absolute almighty shunt around there, didn't he? When he was celebrating his 50th Grand Prix start, unfortunately, and it didn't go too well that race event for John Cox. Of course, one of the legends of ALR as well. So unfortunately, he doesn't race with us anymore, but it'd be very good to see him back sooner or later. But I don't think he races much at all now, to be honest. But having said that, I don't know if that's a fact or fiction. Here comes Keza. We definitely know he races. He goes third fastest in the Alfa Romeo. Very good start for Keza again, and then he celebrates it by absolutely spamming that DRS button. I have no idea what button he uses for DRS. I still use the triangle button because unlike professional drivers, I think they change their buttons, don't they? Or I'm sure they do. So when Nosey and Dan Murphy were racing together earlier on in their ALR's career, they used to change the buttons around. Mortal going second fastest there. No one has still knocked German off his perch yet, which is very impressive stuff indeed there, because German's already come into the pits, come out of the pits, done one time, gone back in, retired from the session there. He is now just putting his feet up and enjoying the newspaper. I'm sure German's one lad that does enjoy the newspaper. Maybe the Sun, or maybe even the Daily Mail. Or is it the Sports on Sunday? I'm not sure really now. Goodness me. We've got Equals there just diagonal the straight, then the back straight, which of course got the second DRS detection zone there. We've got Neves Go. We have also got Camera Racer, Evening Sean, then High All Race as well. We've also got Nightbox saying time for ALR, of course, exclamation ALR in the comments to bring up the section sign up there as well. You've got to say, Nightbot very much on it like a car bonnet tonight. And Equals in 5th position. On board Gamer. As I mentioned, great to see Gamer back. I'd love to see another driver like Cam, who I'd like to see full-time in gold then. But Gamer, it's great to see him back then. He's full-time in the 100% realistic performance on Wednesday nights. If you are a big fan of Gamer, then you can see him there in live and in person and in action as well. I think that there's been a lot of changes in the driver personnel for as Nosey goes 8th fastest. There's been a lot of changes in the driver personnel for 100% then. Hang on, I had the list somewhere. Jay Hings just go for now. No, he isn't. He's coming into the pits now. Remember that there was a horrific bump the last time he raced around here. And that caught out the world champion at the time, which was this man here, Troy, out of the race there, of course, unfortunately for Troy, and which was a big blow indeed then for Troy. Then Mortals retired from the session as well, so he is very happy with his performance there as well. Then hang on, then let me get the old. So I think the changes are then Liam Yes now in the Alfa Romeo for 100%. We have also got Gamer going to the Williams team. I think that we've got Vettier going to Alpine, I believe. I'm doing this off. I did have the changes up somewhere, but I haven't actually written them down properly because I'm kind of doing this off memory. Who else did we? We had a lot of changes, didn't we? I think that the whole Haas team has been changed now. So far from camera is now in the Haas. Then as we got Troy going full fast there, hasn't matched the top 3 though for Troy. So be very disappointed by that one indeed. Then. And I'm sure Gordo has gone to Mercedes now, I believe if I'm not very much mistaken. I think RTP's in Alpine now. Charles, if I just read out, Percy's in major problems here, isn't he? Right, let me we'll come back to 100% in a minute then once I work out what I'm saying then. Someone is also shocked again. I love those emojis. The only problem I don't like is that sometimes I can't see these comments. Troy on track, we'll see something special. Then shame that for Troy, but it was in regards to that pit lane coming into the pits there. I won't worry about that, Troy, then, because you are very much in. Oh, Knowlesy's crashed into the pit entry there, and I was just about to talk about the pit entry. Remember that we've got a hall of shame, haven't we, for pit entries? Troy was one of them last season in Spain. Varf has been one where he somehow crashed when he was in the pit lane, literally in the pit lane. I think he crashed into like that concrete uprising in Australia. Whilst Marnado's also crashed to come into the pit lane as well, which was hilarious. And unfortunately, Knowlesy has done the same, but what is unfortunate, we did not see it on stream. So that is a big blow there for Knowlesy. He is down in 15th now, and he's not going to be able to participate in the race in the rest of qualifying. And at the time, I think Knowlesy was 8th or 9th in the run-in. So that is a major blow indeed then for Knowlesy. That is not a good start at all for the AlphaTauri here tonight. Mr. Raging Bull in the Aston Martin. That's a bit grubby on the Oda left-hand side there. He's going to have to get the Oda scrubbed out there, isn't he? Might have to go to the car wash there. Because we're just watching at Mr. Rage coming through far corner of turn 8 and then into Cox corner of 9. That's one thing I do like about this Spanish Grand Prix is for some reason, I always remember there, those two corners in particular, Farf crashing in turn 8 and John Cox crashing in turn 9, and that's why I've rechristened them, those two turns as well, of course. So unfortunate for them two drivers, but it's great to have drivers named after them. Welcome to the Hall of Shame, Alex, and Serious Buster say yes. Unfortunately, Alex has joined the Hall of Shame then with the for name drivers I've mentioned that, as well as the legend himself, David Coulthard, who also crashed coming into the pit lane in Adelaide 1995, which could have been his second Grand Prix win of his career. However, that win went on to Damon Hill, didn't he? He was 2 laps in front of second place, which I'm sure was Olivier Panis in the Ligier Mugen Honda. But I think that his car broke down a lap before the end. But luckily, because he was 2 laps down, he was still second or something like that. I think then the final podium said it was actually Gianni Morbidelli as well in the footwork, which was actually the Williams, the Arrows team again. Then after they was rebrought by Tom Walkinshaw, wasn't it? I think it was a year after. I've got to say the footwork name one of the most worst. I don't know why, but I think it's one of the worst Formula 1 names in team names in history. But it's not the worst. I think the worst has to go to the Visa Cash App RB, one of the most one of the most is Percy needs to get this lap in. We'll talk about that in a minute because there's a Mercedes right in the way there, and the Mercedes just didn't get out of the way at all of Percy. Goodness gracious me, I've fallen off my stool again. My word, I've got to find some arms. But Percy there, goodness me. And is that going to hurt his time? He should be okay. He should not have lost too much time there. But Percy, he will have time for one more run, but he has not got the battery deployment in the Ferrari. Out of the final turn, it should be enough. It is enough. Well, it's only 12. It's only 12, and then drives behind it and go quicker. But Percy is going to be absolutely beside himself with that, because that is certainly not ideal at all. Nameless has found 202nd up. The second Aston Martin of Mr. Raging Bull has come into the pits now. What Mercedes was that then, I hear you ask? I think it was the Mercedes of... Liam, yeah, I think it was Liam, yeah, and Liam, yeah, is in front of Percy as well. I think it's Liam, yeah. Anyway, goodness gracious me, then. So we're keeping on where Percy is there, but that could be crucial. Oh no, Brabant's off the circuit, and that is potentially majorly costly for the current silver champion, who's done a great job in gold, and he is scored in every single race he's participated in gold, which I think is 3 or 4 now. But Brabant could be out of qualifying here, and that could be a huge relief for Percy. Maybe when Percy dropped down to 12th now, Mr. Raging Bull is 13th, Brabant is 14th. What about Cam? He's found 602nd. Gamer has found 0.2 of a second here. This is going to be mighty close, and Cooper is down in 20th, but he's out of qualified. Champions has found a 302nd in the second split time. Third split time is coming up in just momentarily, but we're going to have to cut from him, because here comes Gamer, 14th fastest. That might spare Percy's blushes. Percy should be safe, actually. Cam has lost 0.3 of a second. He's had a horror show middle sector, Cam has, unfortunately. So I think the Cam could be out of qualifying here. Mr. Rage, and we've just got Liam going to 7 fastest. Mr. Rage and Bull, Brabant, Cam, and now we've got Chappers out and Coop out as well then. So unfortunately, the drivers are falling by the wayside here. Knowlesy would have made it through then. So unfortunately for Knowlesy, he has made it through. But sadly, he's not going to participate because he's out of qualifying. There's no spare cars in qualifying anymore. Unless we rewind back to 2000. Was it 2003 the last time we had T cars? I know 2002 they was definitely allowed, wasn't it? But I'm not sure if they was allowed to use them in 2003. They did have third drivers, didn't they? Biggest shock of this session for me is Brabbit out of qualifying, down in 17th position, and Cam down in 18th position as well. Chappers and Coop 19th and 20th, unfortunately, on the grid as well. But it is Brabbit and Cam then both out qualified here. That is not a good start for this qualifying session here. And unfortunately, I got annihilated on a bump in turn one. That is so damn stupid. Outside of turn one, the curve literally puts you airborne. That's why Cam was. That's why Cam had issues on his lap. Otherwise, Cam would have been through. Then that is a nightmare for Cam down in 18th position. There. That is why him and Brabbit for me are the two surprising shocks of this qualifying session. That is the beauty about qualifying. Not the fact that Cam and Brabbit's out of the race. No, qualifying, good heavens above. But but the fact is that the drivers could really mess up their time runs and not get themselves knocked out and qualified. Well, you probably can't stand the qualifying as well. Cox Corner will never be forgotten. I think they're still looking for him. I must say, it was a ferocious incident, wasn't it, from John Cox in Cox Corner? My goodness, gracious me. Defo Purser lifted, he is going to be angry. He really is indeed, Percy, but I think that he would be more angry if he got knocked out of qualifying. But once again, Ferrari not having the most seamless of qualifying sessions here. So just taking a quick look. I cannot do one laps lately. Chappers saying it is really annoying him at the moment. Now, let's just take a look at this qualifying session there. Coop and Chappers 20th and 19th on road 10. Cam on medium tyres, and that was his best lap on medium tyres, but he had issues at turn 1. 18th. Brabbit in 17th, but that is quite surprising as well, with Mr. Rage in 16th and Knowlesy in the Hall of Shame in 15th position after driving into the pit wall. I was 0.5 off where I was prior. Chappers was saying that curves are bad here. Nah, what it was that Merc doing, Percy was saying that. Unfortunately, driving right in the middle of the road there, and Percy, goodness gracious me, caused him a little fright. Well, more than a little fright, I would say then, goodness gracious me. But he is through nonetheless there, but I think that Percy will want to be having a word then with the Mercedes driver there. We've also got Chappers 19th to first pinhead is saying the challenge is on. I need a miracle pin, Chappers is saying then. As we got German Chappers, go then. You got this, Chappers, and I'm that miracle pinhead is saying. Cheers, lads, and there's a lot of support for Chappers tonight, and I absolutely love it. Indeed then. And anything is possible in ALR and Grand Prix racing then, so it's never over till it's over. Sorry, I was losing my voice there. Well, here's German, and we didn't see much of German, to be honest, in qualifying one, because he just got out there, done a lap, and then came back into the pit zone. So easy to like that for German, but he's out of the pits now, and he's just crawling around at the moment. Then, so I think the Percy has raised the issue then with the stewards about the Mercedes drive. Then, to be fair, I think he may have a point. About that Mercedes driver team then, but goodness gracious me. Anyway, let's we're carrying on nonetheless then, because both all the drivers that was involved in that are through nonetheless. And I think it was. I don't want to be a grass. So, no, I'm not going to be a grass. Actually, I'm going to stay on the fence on this one. Albeit, I think I've already grassed the driver up as well. I've shot the behaviour indeed. If anyone's watched Recess, I'm very much like a Randall at the moment. Then, if anyone's ever watched that famous cartoon, which, by the way, absolutely loved it. That was back when the Disney Channel was proper good. When they had Recess. I am not ashamed of this. I love Impossible as well. Certainly, I very much do remind myself as Rod Softball, but I've obviously got to change the blonde hair to orange hair, and you get the absolute spitted image, or almost anyway, the spitting image there. Maybe you need to make Ron a bit rounder as well. Some people do say I may also look like a naked mole rat as well. I am very pink, but and I don't have much hair either, to be fair. Here comes German down into turn 1 and 2. Then we heard about Cam mention about those curbs are making the car airborne, so not ideal at all for Cam. Unfortunately, out of this qualifying session, the track fairly busy straight from the get-go. 5 cars out on circuit at the moment. German's done a 21.5 for the first intermediate split time. Half a second off where I was car just couldn't get it together. Chapper just saying that, oh goodness me, go for some happy time, Chappers, and then of course, and get some steam off before the race. That is exactly what Chapper should do. To be fair, it certainly helps me as well. But I also have I also usually have to use the lavatory as well for to also shed some weight then. But I don't know why, it's just a Sunday tradition. 50 in the second split time there for German, of course, a former world champion in ALR. Of course, I think he's the now. He's not the oldest. He's the oldest champion. He's not the oldest champion in terms of days. The oldest champion in terms of time frame of ALR. That makes sense. Of course, he's the big champion. German goes fast. He's out on 11.2 there. Once again, these times are quite hot off the press, aren't they? Tango going second fast there, almost 9/10 of a second away from. Away from German at the moment. Last season's popular time was 11.098 then, and that is the only time reference we've got on this circuit. Of course, this is the first time we used this configuration of circuit was last season, then, but German's only 0.2 of a second off last season's whole time, which was set by Percy. Of course, who set by Percy, wasn't it? So he's 0.2 of a second away from last season's pole position top of the world is German there. I'm also going second faster with Tango in third position. And we've got the second half strider just currently navigating through turn 5. I think it is before you come into 7 and 8. Or 8 is now known as far corner. Went off there in I don't think far for time from that, right? For a time from that somehow. I'm sure he did it, to be fair, as but he was kind of doing all kinds of stuff as well, wasn't it, far, coming down the back straight there. And of course, this is also a newish configuration, newest part of the circuit as well, when they got rid of turn 10 and 11 up there. They've made it much more rounded off, haven't they? And of course, no Mickey Mouse chicane more. I love this into final blast into 13 and 14 as well. Then of course, going up with green hatch as well. DRS right on the money. Yellow flag for one of the Mercedes in sector 1. Jay Hings goes into 4 fast at the moment there for Jay Hings. Quals there 21.6 to start his time. Then we've got Troy, the super Swede, then just getting past the Mercedes out. Now we're on board Troy, who's got a lot of this helmet, very fitting now for Troy. And Ferrari, the Carlos, oh, I'm losing my voice. The Carlos Sainz helmet design now in the Ferrari as well. Of course, talking to Carlos Sainz, then I must admit, I bet you all just find me hilarious when I talk about the rumblings I find off YouTube from these YouTubers. I think a lot of them are completely wrong, aren't they? But of course, Charles Leclerc has signed a contract now, hasn't he, until 2029, I think it was, wasn't it? His therapist is going to be loving life, isn't he? As I've seen a lot of the memes about that over the last couple of weeks or so. Last couple of days or so, Troy going 5th fast there. Not a very good time there for Troy. No disrespect to Troy. I wish I could even get remotely, I wish I could get within 5 seconds of that 12 there for Troy. But I think that Troy would probably like to be a bit quicker than that. And Equals there, second faster. Good time for the Williams driver of Equals. Of course, as he's trying to get out of the way there. Of course, turn 2 used to be precarious in before we had the ground effect cars, so I don't think turn 2 as has precarious. But until we had an incident there, didn't we, in a realistic race on Wednesday night, didn't we? Which I must say, hats off to Gordo, brilliant driver did that. I must admit, I thought I'm surprised Gordo didn't get drawn as ace because I thought he drove absolutely superbly well. I thought he did, to be fair, but I think it was Percy. But Percy absolutely drove a commanding free, didn't he, on Wednesday night, then in the realistic, just going a bit wide there. Percy was there, but just commanded from start to finish. His former teammate Mulchel also got success in the 100% championship. So this is the second season of running 100%. And we did 100% in season 8 of ALR, and then of course did Formula 2, and now back by popular demand is the 100% there. Now maybe that's for Ferrari's pace there, because Percy's done this very similar time now Percy's done a very similar time then to Troy. So maybe that is Ferrari's pace then. I'm not being a bit unkind then to the two red drivers then. Keza going second fastest, a whisker away from German there, and Markey about 5/10 of a second away as well. But Markey looking stronger than Mercedes, so isn't he? In third position, of course, Markey was the most unluckiest driver on the grid last season. And just on board now in English. And English having straight up the car halfway through turn 7 and 8 there. That's not going to be ideal then. Into the very fast turn 9. DRS headed the exit at turn 9, and then Nameless are looking very smart and tidy at this stage at a 56 out for the Aston Martin driver. Currently, we're going to lose another 5 drivers. Well, we are going to lose another 5 drivers, and of course, that is 11th down to 14th. Ben Knowlesy out of qualifying, unfortunately, after crashing in the pit entrance. Of course, Ayrton, who got disqualified for parking at the pit exit as well. But of course, we have a lot of versions of our own David Coulthard crashing in the pit entry, and Ayrton's our only. I'm sure that Ayrton's the only driver that has crashed at the pit exit in ALR history. Even though technically he didn't crash, I think he got spun and then disqualified. But I still think it's quite. I still think this is very different. But Ayrton is our very own Gerhard Berger as well, back in '93, when Gerhard Berger then just came lashed out of the pit lane, didn't he? They went straight into the came out of the pit lane and he spun it, didn't he, on cold tires and went into the Armco and Estoril back in '93. Of course, that was when Ferrari. I'm sure that was the year after Ferrari had the. I think wasn't it technically or in terms of pace their slowest car or one of the slowest cars in F1 history. Then wasn't it of the '92 Ferrari? Well, this man is certainly not slow at all. The birthday man as well. Boxstyle is and currently fast in qualifying too. Then, of course, it's not for pole position yet for Boxstyle, but it is certainly a good warm up then. Serious much. I wonder if we'll see a 10. Currently, the time then for last season's pole position time there, well within that 10th of a second now. Yes, I reckon I'm with Mushroom. I think we're going to see a 10, to be honest. Here comes Liam Yao, who's always a 10 in my book. Down the back straight, he's 2.5 seconds on the pace, so this is not a timed. Well, it is a timed run, but it's an in lap, I would say. So Liam Yao is going to is probably going to come back in the pits, change the boots on that Mercedes car, and go again. And I am wondering then who was on used tires and who was on brand new tires, which unfortunately our graphic doesn't show, but you can have a guess at it. You can hazard a guess then. And what the beauty about that guess is as well then is, of course, unless you're very au fait with Formula One, which unfortunately a lot of you are, so I can't really waffle my way through a lot of these streams, which is unfortunate, to be honest, because then I'll pretend like I know more than I actually do, which never goes well, does it? So if anyone's ever seen the strategy predictions or winners or anything like that, it just never goes well at all. So luckily, I just try and narrate on what goes on. But of course, if I was going to be a foolish man and try and guess who's on this tire, I do think Immortal was one of them. And we're on board with Immortal now. DRS over the grid hack there. Second fastest for Immortal. 6/10 of a second up on his best. And Gurman down to third then. And that might be a mini crisis out for Gurman, who has been very quick in the opening couple of races, hasn't he? He's been very unlucky as well, Gurman, out there. I think I'm Silverstone. I cannot decide if it was a strategy error or if it's a strategy error then, or if Gurman did stay on the same strategy as the leaders, then I think he would have got a podium then. But do you think that Gurman's not a podium man, is he? He wants to win races, doesn't he? Of course he's going to try and go for the win, which is great to see then. Very reminiscent of Kimi Räikkönen, the Nürburgring in 2005, of course, when he flat spotted that tyre, and of course it spectacularly failed on the final lap, didn't it, or the second to last lap, of course, allowing Fernando Alonso to win there. Of course, McLaren, I think in 2005 probably not the fastest car, but their reliability was absolutely shocking stuff as well. Goodness gracious me. So pretty but I don't know why I like 2005. I don't know what it is about that season, but it's one of my favourite season reviews to watch. Troy going second fast in the Ferrari. That's much better for the Ferrari, and I think Percy is also going to find his tyres as well. As Scooby Stew has retracted the message there. Oh goodness gracious me! I hope it wasn't any. Well, to us it depends. I hope it wasn't anything rude to me. It probably was, to be honest. Scooby Stew asking what am I on about. I have no idea, to be fair. Gurman's times on used. No way. Scooby Stew has just said the Gurman's tyres is on used tyres. Now that is surely going to be a 10 at least. And I'm absolutely beside myself if that's on used tyres. Absolutely shocking. Percy going 11.4, and he's about 4/10 of a second away from his last season's pole position time at the moment. That's an interesting start. I like that. That's very interesting. So Percy, they're not able to match there. It's at the Ferrari. Do you think they're meant to be exactly the same cars, same spec cars, aren't they? Very more often of it. But of course, drivers at this level, in any level of ALR, in ALR, that's how high level ALR is now, isn't it? I'm not tooting our own horn, but let's toot our own horn because I am good at blowing. But I do think that everyone in ALR can feel the minutest difference. Any driver in ALR can find can feel the minutest difference between each car, I believe. Of course, a couple of years ago, some drivers are saying that the Red Bull was not the best on equal. Red Bull, that there was something different about the Red Bull car, and I'm wondering if it might be the same with between the Ferrari and Percy's Williams from last season. And into the pits comes Chapelson, but Kez has gained some serious pace this season. I think Kez had a lot of good pace last season, but because he did, no, I think that he really went under the radar last season. But now he's here from out and out, here from the get-go. I'm sure the Kez was here from almost last season, or about just after half distance. But he's really showing some pace, so I absolutely agree with you now. My goodness me, yes, I must say that when I said no way to Scooby Stew saying the Germans on used tyres, of course I always believe Scooby Stew that. Of course, how dare I think that he is talent porky. But I am absolutely amazed that Germans on used tyres. That is incredible. Let me get my stat book up because I can't remember how many pole positions Germans had in his career. Unfortunately, I'm having to use this stat book more and more now because I just can't remember what everyone's numbers are, which is quite scary these days, isn't it? Well, he's had 8 pole positions, German, and so he could potentially get his 9th pole position this season. At the moment, no, the master of pole positions is Boxstar. He's got 17 of his career so far. Chance out of qualifying. He's very precariously on the edge. So he's found 3 tenths of second in front of Tango, Gamer, Liam, and Jay Hingshead. So that is a safest margin then. But it depends on what the drivers use behind him now. Someone's got a very loud exhaust outside my window then. Maybe they're trying to impress me. Down the back straight then, 1600 a second up then. Nameless is there, but Nameless doing a great job to be in this qualifying and trying to get himself into qualifying free at the moment there. Very good stuff indeed then. It was the Haas that was rubbish on equal. Serious Messer was saying that. What year was that then? Or has that always been the case? Oh, and Nameless has abandoned his time and come into the pits here. Is that going to be costly for Nameless? Because at the moment he is looking very proud in 9th position. But that could be, oh goodness me, I'm shocked by that then. Who is the driver on the lap at the moment? Equaz says he's 1800 second up. Equaz says that looking very strong yet. I don't think we've seen the best of Equaz yet this season. Across the line it comes, it goes 7 fast then for Equaz. Good time indeed. Markey has gone purple in the second time there. Fantastic stuff for Markey. He has found he's found a lot of pace in this Mercedes. Remember, Markey's qualifying performance last season was probably, if qualifying is based on points last season, I think Markey would have been easily in the top 8. Personally, across the line then going 6 fast for Markey. Checker flag as fluttering in the breeze. And here's Tango. Tango and Knowles here got some work to do to get some points. And Tango is through into qualifying free. Then he's 9th at the moment. Gamer 8300 second up. Then I'm looking for a Haas. There's the Haas. Jay Hings 12th fastest there. Just behind Chaz out of qualifying. Unfortunately, is now between Nameless and Nameless in the Aston Martin. And here's Liam Yen. And 310 second up. Liam Yen's in the ballpark. I think he's going to make it through. No, he isn't. He's not through. He's down in the 11th position. Now, goodness me. What about Gamer? 9200 second up then. Gamer needs to find something special and almighty in this final sector now. As I've driven everywhere. Goodness me. I'm getting old. I'm dribbling everywhere. I can't remember anyone's stats. Out of the final turn. Here comes Gamer. 14th fast in the end. He could not make up the time then. But Liam Yedad just outside of qualifying free. But I think Liam Yedad will be happy with that performance, I believe. But good stuff indeed there for both Mercedes driver and Chazza down in 12th position. Be disappointed with that for Chazza because remember, he was still riding a high wave of momentum after the race last week, which I can't remember what it was. Austria, thank you. Austria, and we got Jay Hings then in 13th, Gamer in 14th, but it's Nameless through into qualifying free. 8200 second between Boxall and Troy, 94 between Immortal and Boxall. Goodness gracious me, German only a 10.5 back on used tyres. My goodness me. Keza in 5th, Markey 6th, Percy, Equal 7th and 8th, 9th and 10th, Tango and Nameless. Nameless is my driver for qualifying at the moment now. Out of qualifying is Gamer in 14th, 13th, Hings, Chazza 11th, and Liam 11th as well. We've got 2 11 positions there because I don't know how to count. Scooby Show in a party with him and him, Liam, and Tango. Then, so let's hope they don't come together then, because that might be a very awkward party there as well. But I'm absolutely incredible. I'm not incredible. German's incredible. I'm absolutely beside myself that he's on used tires. Goodness gracious me. last game, Sean, in terms of the Haas, in terms of the Haas being a bit wobbly, then, and of course, Serious Mushrooms asked if about a sausage fest as well. Um, they do. I don't know, to be honest. I'd love to go to a sausage fest. To be fair, absolutely fantastic. Um, I am starving. To be fair, I'd love a I've got my game frozen. I wouldn't mind maybe a hot dog or. I do like the cocktail sausages as well. Fantastic stuff indeed. I also like the party sausage rolls. I like the mini ones. Oh, fantastic stuff. Good luck to my Ferrari teammates, Troy and Percy. That is from Slayer. By the way, Slayer is the newest ALR Grand Prix winner. Of course, where Slayer won in Austria in bronze and in fine style as well. Then, of course, there was I think that Slayer did mention in the interview that he was a bit concerned that he might lose that race win then, because Smithy Almighty, Smithy Almighty was challenging, of course, the overtake coming into the pit lane. Remember though that of course you can race even under safety car. You can when you come into the pit entry, you can race up until the white line. Of course, remember that Fernando Alonso did it Massa in 2010 in China, and oh gosh, someone else has done it as well. I can't remember who now. Yeah, it's Fernando Alonso, Massa, and there was someone else as well, wasn't there? But Smithy Almighty still a good fourth position as well. Smithy Almighty's had an issue with his wheel though, as he does. So a lot of concern about Smithy Almighty and if he's going to be able to race in the next couple of weeks. But I think that I've read that Farf has very nicely offered Smithy his steering wheel, which is very nice indeed. That didn't strike me far. I think that that's what a Forest New Year's resolution is. A bit revolution. Is it just to be a resolution? Resolution. It's to be nicer. Then I wish. To be honest, I think I need to be nicer to Far Free. Don't I? I mean, the amount of banter I give him on the stream there. Goodness gracious me. Right. So Percy is the leading car then to start us on our journey for qualifying free. Now is the time to see what you've got in your lockers, ladies and gentlemen. What is these drivers got then under their foot then? How much speed have they got in reserve? How many tyres have they got left then? That's all the questions we're going to get answered in the next 10 minutes or so. Who is going to be on pole position for the Spanish Grand Prix? And here is our first contender. Or is it Gladiator, because he is a champion, isn't he? It's Percy into turn 1 and 2 in the Ferrari. Let's go on board with Percy now and enjoy this moment then. Vettel did it in 2016, Slayer did as well, past two cars. Thank you, that was the other driver as well, I couldn't remember. It seems to be a lot of Ferraris, doesn't it, there, because Fernando Alonso must in 2010 as well. I know what Smithy is like for taking wins away. Serious pleasure to say that. Oh, Smithy's got a bit of a reputation, hasn't he? Goodness me. Smithy does like to score everyone's fun, doesn't he? As we're on board now with Percy, they go through far corners, right, coming up to Cox corner now. Not even a lift there, fantastic, isn't it? I must say that I'm not surprised with these modern day Formula 1 cars. Really, it's impressive, isn't it? The downforce generated by these ground effect cut machines. Absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. Rocket Lee, let's go Ferrari then. Of course, Rocket Lee is a part of the Ferrari clan as well, isn't he? So good stuff indeed. I apologise. I think I've got Rocket Lee and Slayer some comments the wrong way around. Percy goes fast and on a 12.5. That must be on used tyres, I think. Tango has gone faster still on 11.8 then as they start to come across the line then. Goodness me, they're flying fast and furious. Here comes Gerdman then, who has been absolutely sensational. It's 11 flat then, and I think that's quicker than the pole position time from last season. It is indeed then. Well, I'm guessing because I haven't got my spreadsheet up. Here comes Keza now, who's second fastest. My golly gosh, Gerdman pole position by just under a 10th per second. But Keza, who am I looking for? Nameless. No, I'm looking for Morto, who's just about to start his lap now. As Serious Rush was saying, once again, Keza's very much in it to win it, isn't he? On board once again with Nameless and across the line. Nameless going fourth fastest. The second Mercedes of Markey going third fastest. Well, it's the lead Mercedes now, is a good stuff indeed. Then what about the Boxstyle birthday boy? Fastest out, he is in the 10s, like Mushroom predicted. Wow, incredible stuff indeed then. And Boxstyle could steal Gurman's glory potentially with Troy going second fastest. Wow, these times start to ramp up indeed then. What about the second Williams of Equals? And lovely Miami inspired crash out there for Equals going sixth fast in the Williams car. And is that 52 now? Goodness me. Who's that? I think the Percy just had a glancing blow coming to the pitch with Percy on a 12.5 down in ninth position there. And once again, the Ferrari driver of Percy struggling in qualifying now. He does have so much good race pace, doesn't he? But this could be this season could be crucial, couldn't it? On board now with Immortal. Lovely helmet design as well. Speaking of Gladiators, watched the first 2 episodes of it. It's been good, to be honest there. I haven't watched the new Gladiators yet. I'll find something like a whistle, but I mean, because 10-9-4-4 and Immortal's now on pole position. He's had 4 pole positions compared to his teammate 17, but Boxstar has raced 20 races more than Immortal. But goodness gracious me, Alpine have got 2 beasts in 1 lap pace and in race trim as well. And of course, Boxstar, a former runner-up and 3rd position in the World Championships the last 2 seasons. Immortal, 100% racer, 100% champion-esque and all that stuff. I read that. I said that completely wrong, but let's pretend like that was cool. Where are they? I hope they bring it back, and they did. Slayer was saying that. Yes, and I must say I do like the old Gladiators, but I haven't given the new Gladiators a chance yet, so I'm not going to the side yet. But I will have a watch then. I must admit, I do like. I think wasn't he called the Wolfman? I did like him as well. Very. I don't know why, but I just liked him because he was a baddie. I do like bad boys. As we just got Immortal, who's just coming into the pit as well. Oh, goodness me, this stream is going downhill quickly, isn't it? My word there. Sausage Fest, bad boys, what's going on, Sean? Right, let's get, anyway, we're just on outlap south of Percy, who has got, I reckon he's got a chance for 2 runs to go. And just as we're on board now then, ouch, I'm slow, Percy's in, but Percy, let's see what he's got. He's got 2 more runs, Percy, I believe, and he's out on circuit now. Good in real life, but as for Spain, times are not the best right now. Sarah saying, I think just asking how his teammate is going as well then. And of course, Lee then also building up for his 3rd race in bronze as well then. Hats off to Lee then, because it's a struggling struggling race in Britain. But yeah, Austria, he really turned the wick up, didn't he? Very nicely indeed then. So Lee is really starting to show some pace up, but Slayer in the other Ferrari in bronze are really struggling there, so that might be alarm bells and Maranello potentially. As great stuff indeed then. Hope all is good with you, Rocket. Oh, good mate, great stuff indeed then. I love to say that. My fault, Sean. I always lower the tone. Sorry, don't worry about that, Serious Mushroom. I take the bait as well. And to be honest, there, it's all good then. I do like a bit of innuendos and all that kind of stuff, because who wouldn't there? But unfortunately, because I am starting for some sausage now. Sausages, I should say. Oh gosh. Right, we got Percy on the lap. Here he is. I blame the lack of sleep. We're on board with Percy. They're going into 4th corner now. Accelerates away. Then Percy, in the comments we just read, that Percy was not feeling too comfortable was in this Ferrari. But what about now? 6/10 of a second. Now he's in the ballpark, isn't he? Percy is the world champion. Now he is here. Now he's in the game. Now he's in Spain. He has arrived. Percy has a German's out on circuit as well. Flicking it into 13. Flicking it into 40 as well. Hold on to your hats. These last 2 turns are fantastic now. Out of the final turn. And what has Percy done? He's 6 passes. He's still away from Percy's excellence. I think that Percy will still be disappointed up, but he's in the midfield of the top 10. And I think that he is going to be much more happy being on the 3rd row of the grid. But still got 3 minutes and 12 minutes to go. German's on pole position now. Wow, fantastic stuff indeed. We've absolutely broken the last season pole position by 2/10 of a second. 3.5 minutes to go then. Can anyone get into a 10-7 or a 10-6? And this is redonkulous times out there. My goodness me, then the evolution of drivers on this game is fantastic. How have they found 2/10 of a second since we last raced here, which is less than a year ago? Because this race is actually about a month earlier than what. Hang on, I don't know where I am in the. Don't know where I am actually. But of course, even so, then just having the evolution of these drivers, isn't it, compared to when we raced last time around here to now, and maybe it might be updates as well. I'm glad you said it, Percy. Said Percy right after all that innuendo. Then Sarah must be saying that. A bit of decorum in the box, I think. So at the moment, then we've got German pole position by a 10-8. Then we got Immortal second. It's not over though. I think Immortal and Boxstar's got something in their repertoire. This qualifying session is not over yet then. We've got Boxstar and Troy. Can he get into the 10s? And can he lower the bar and get... What's German? I think that German might have run out of tyres there, so goodness me. So, I think he didn't go to the pit wall then, so he's not in the Hall of Shame this time. But I'm surprised for that, because I thought German might have had another go. Do you see then? I know absolutely nothing there, because I thought German in person would have had another run, you know. My goodness me. Right then, now here comes Boxstar. Look at the amount he's warming up now then, of course. It's a birthday. Here's birthday man. Boxstar. I'll keep going, birthday boy, but I think Boxstar is, I don't think Boxstar will appreciate that too much, but what he may appreciate is a pole position here in Spain, and on board now with Boxstar out of turn 14 and to pick it up in the grass, and that's not going to be ideal to start us up there. Let's see now how he does that as he comes down the back straight, as Percy is out for him, never bites the cherry then as we go into turn 1 and 2. Boxstar, 17-time pole sitter, less than, I think about 6 pole positions away now behind Emerson. He's got the all-time highest pole positions in gold history, 23 pole positions for Banjo, who's the all-time highest pole sitter in ALR history. On board, he's 61 under the second down. We've seen that when he took him a bit of grass there. Serious Motion thinks says that German's out of time, which is why he retired there. That's a shame for German now. I thought he had enough time potentially. So it's going to be tight for Boxstar, so for Percy as well. Out of fourth turn now, then climbing up the hill once again into Cox Corner then. Once again, not a hit of a lift medicine. He's climbing up to 170, 180 miles an hour as we dive on the straight and down now into fourth gear. Then, of course, tickling the 175 miles an hour before coming back up the loud pedals now. Into 12. I've just poked my eye. That's not good. Going away. Do not take too much AstroTurf out because you'll be like me. You'll be in the grandstand. Into 13. Now into 14 as well. That is coming. But I love it. Out to the final 10 and DRS on the money. And is it enough? No, it's not enough. And Boxstar had it all to do. And it's a 68 there for Boxstar. And even though that wasn't quicker, what a joy that was to watch. Oh, gosh. And here comes Troy, and I was waffling away. Troy has not been able to get into the 10th there for the 4, but he is going to slipstream his teammate then. Of course, the two rivals then, goodness gracious me, in the same team now, helping each other. Wow, how things, sometimes Formula 1 absolutely amazes me. Marky going 5th fast in the Mercedes. He's looking very much at the races, Marky is. As we mentioned, his qualifying form was fantastic. Kessel's found half a tenth of a second here. Out of the final turn, Keza going 5th faster, and unfortunately replaces Marky very in quick succession. And Marky's back down to 6th place. Slum row 3, that's great 17. Tango up into 7th there, and he's on the 4th row of the grid. That's a good time for Tango. Can he get some points there for the AlphaTauri? Great time indeed. Equals is crawling back to the pits, unfortunately. Nameless then, what's Nameless got? And I haven't got a sector time, unfortunately, for Nameless then. But Nameless is broken into the top 10. He is looking very much on fine form. Here's Isney in the Aston Martin then. Into the final turn now from Nameless. And he's my star in qualifying so far. Out to the final turn then. Coming to the line. Nameless going 9th fast. That's a great time from Nameless. A great qualifying performance indeed. Boxstar has, unfortunately, Immortal has not had a good time at all then. What about then Percy here as he's a 10th per second down, and no one's improved. And German with that time that he did then, which I thought he was going to be, I thought he wasn't going to get pole position because it might have been too early in the session. It's got pole position there, and that is German's 9th pole position of his career in ALR. Fantastic 17, and we have had 3 different pole sitters in the first 3 races of the season then, but we've had the same winner then in those opening 2 races, but let's see if this is going to break the rock now, because we've had 2 Alpines on pole position for the first couple of races, but German has stopped the Alpine monopoly of pole position, and it's now got pole position then for German, the 9th pole of his season, of his career, I think. That's really good. He's got over the season then. That'll be absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. Pridge's got some work to do, but it is usually easy for him. So as I was saying, in race trim, Percy shouldn't be too concerned, I don't think, because he is absolutely electric in race trim, isn't he? But remember that he clashed with Milan and Troy in turn 1 this time last season in Spain. Anyway, we're going for a break. We'll be back very shortly, which gives me an opportunistic time now to wet me whistle.
BoxBox Hub is an absolute essential for any Formula One fan, and the entire app with new widgets, statistics, localized race schedules, and countdowns, you name it. They even have support for Apple's new live activities feature with real-time updates during a race right on the lock screen, and honestly, some of the best looking widgets I've seen.
Well, the gap between first and second was about a tenth, a tenth and 300ths there between first and second there, which is not the closest been this season in qualifying. So German's second run there absolutely nailed it there. Incredible stuff indeed. And I think the track would not have ramped up too much there, but it still would have been enough, I think. So German just showed how incredible he was there, very much right on the limit and beyond. Then mid sector, I'm 4/10 down the entire lap there. Oh goodness me, a serious Russian. Ooh, my lemon hoodie there. Lemon hoodie there. My next purchase at, of course, for the ALR shop. Then of course, which of course I'm going to be honest. I'm going to get told off by my bosses. And I'm very careful. But of course, BoxBox powers the ALR stream. Of course, which is very happy that they sponsor us as well. There, of course, the link is in the description and all that kind of good stuff as well. And I think that the BoxBox app will be very useful for the Formula One testing, and of course for the race itself in Bahrain coming up in is it less than 50 days? I hope it is, isn't it? No, I'm just, goodness me, I don't know what to do with myself there in hibernation at the moment. No, shocking stuff indeed. But yes, can't wait to Formula One back, and of course, BoxBox will very much be great to help you along, to enhance your Formula One viewing experience. Like I said, as you can tell, I'm not a very good marketer, am I? There, gosh. And of course, also as well, the ALR shop as well. Thank you very much to Alexander for putting the shop together, then all on his own, and for doing that lovely video as well. Fantastic stuff indeed for Alex there. An interesting strategy. German softs, ex-gamer on softs as well. Let me quickly read the comments and then we'll go through the grid from front to back. Then moving. Hope everyone's well. Just wanted to say good luck as I'm watching the Royal Rumble, and as I didn't realise it was last night. Why am I bothering? It's a waste of time again. Laugh out loud. I didn't mind the Royal Rumble movement. I must admit, I am a little gutted about as the two. For the women's and the men's Royal Rumble, I kind of wanted two people different, but there you go. But I'm not really like. I still like it, but I'm not invested as much as I used to be, so that's probably why I wanted other people to do it there. But that's just me personally. Right, let's quickly read the rest of the comments then. Sector 2 is my worst in Spain, not going to lie, movement saying then. Was a good watch, Lee was saying then. No, it's not the moment, Rocket. I watched it, it was alright to me. Yeah, I think it's alright as well, Rocket. I quite enjoyed it myself. I don't think it's the worst. Cam and Chappers, unfortunately, are not going to be able to take part in qualifying in the formation lap, unfortunately. Movement saying it's crap, and if it's true, he's won it again. Then I'm done with WrestleMania because it means that it means that the Rock won't get it, and yeah, it is if you're sad enough to support Roman. He doesn't deserve any of this. Laugh out loud. Spoiler, lol, it's true. So goodness gracious me. Right then, and enough about. Of course, there's a Formula One stream, not a wrestling stream today. Good gosh. Let's get it, boys. Then Pinhead saying good luck, lads. Of course, Chappers in 19th position, and a great and Cooper in 20th position. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong Williams there. So pole position for German in 9th of his career on soft tyres. Hard tyres for a Walter. He may struggle going down to turn 1. He may get attacked then. Professor Alpine 2-3 then. Alpine have been very good on the opening stage of this season, and Alpine are magnificent. But they've both split their strategies. Hard tyres for a Walter, medium tyres for Boxer. Troy in 5th position. Keza 5th. Markey and Percy 6th and 7th. Hard tires. Tango in 8th. Can I get Alpha Tires some points? Nameless, great qualifying 9th on hard. Equals in 10th with Liam 11th. Chazer in 12th position. Jay Hings in 13th. Gamer Soft in 14th position. Knowlesy, he's out of the wall now. He is in 15th position there. Mr. Raid 16th. Rabbit, Tara Show qualifying session in 17th position there. 18th and 19th is Chappers and Camden. 20th on the grid is Coop then, as they now all line up on the grid now, preparing themselves for the start of the Spanish Grand Prix. Lights are on. We have 3, we have 4, we have 5. There's going to be a pause. I can't see the lights yet, but it's away we go in Spain. Wheel spin from Gurman, but he's fine and nicely away as well. And Vigor Mortal's done a really good job actually on those hard tires, and he's going to go on the outside. I think he is, and I see him going on the outside, but he's not going to go any further than that. And I think that he almost boxed out. I was having a look at the more. Once again, Percy, I'm in 4th position then. I'm in 5th position, and Troy has been having a bit of a squeeze out because Boxdale's having a look. And there's contact then between Boxdale, and there's yellow flags in the background as well. It's Nameless, it's great qualifying. It's come to nothing there as he's down in 90th position. Liam Yeh has been caught up in an instant again there for Liam Yeh. Oh my goodness me, Liam Yeh's had a nightmare start to this race, to this season then. Like Vettel in 2008 now. Vettel was involved in in the first 5 races. I think he was involved in 4 or 5 one lap first lap skirmishes, and once again Liam Yeh down in 20th position now. Not ideal at all for the Mercedes driver, who had a very good qualifying as well. On board once again now with Percy, the world champion, and following his teammate at the moment was Gurman is stretching out his legs and on those soft tyres there. So I'm wondering if Gurman's trying to go to a lap 14 or 15. Remember that well, Gurman was involved in the 100% race, was he? As he overslept, didn't he, on Wednesday night there? But I'm wondering if he learned something there from that race. And look at this, and the race leader is already out of camera shot. Then look at that, Gurman has set the fast up the race, and now we've got some slipstream going in, and here comes Boxstar. I think Mortal may have feathered off and let him through there. He may have done indeed that. Here comes Troy and having a look as well. He has got the Boxstar has the tools for the job at the moment because he's got the softer tire. He's on the medium tire at the moment, and Liam Yeh and Nameless are fighting down the. And look at that! Then it's Immortal's gone wide. Then and Troy is down in the 3rd position. He has a look on the inside. Yes. And he has now got Immortal on the inside there, but can Immortal come through? He is going back on. No, he isn't there, and he goes up there. So, yes, Troy is through, and Immortal's down in the 4th position, but he is on the harder tire, and Percy is fired at that tire. Looks very nicely indeed then. And Equals at 3 positions, down 4 is Markey, down 11. Oh my gosh, that Percy's on the outside. He's going on the outside. Wow, incredible bravery there from Percy, but Immortal's having none of it. And here comes Keza having a look as well. And Keza then, it was just going, I think he's going to have to stay station for the minute, and my doubters are a little skew whiff at the moment, almost as bad as my haircut. Gurman now almost 2 seconds up the rope then from Boxtel and Troy, but they're now both on the medium tyres out there. Of course, Gurman's on the softer tyre at the moment, and of course, otherwise they would have made a stop without even going to the pits, which would have been fantastic. Out of the final turn, lap 3 of the Grand Prix, 2 seconds the gap is now almost over. On board Percy. DRS has now been enabled then on this lap, then now it's going to get very fruitful indeed. Here comes Percy. Immortal struggling. Has he got, he might have tyre temperatures at the moment. There is tyre temperature issues at the moment for Immortal, but he just hasn't fired up those tyres at all. Once again, Percy's difficult qualifying, absolutely no problem in the race there. I do think that, I'm wondering if Percy just is so good at setting the car in the race, he doesn't really need to qualify, does he? Goodness gracious me. He's very much Max Verstappen in that remit, isn't he? Fantastic stuff indeed. Back on board now with Keza, as the gap is now starting to stabilise at the front of the field then. Unfortunately though, well, it's such a shame for Nameless and for Liam Yeh, both down the order, both down in 90th and 20th position. We didn't see what happened, but that is a big blow for the two drivers. I think they were like 9th and 11th on the grid there, and that is appalling luck indeed there. Absolutely difficult start there. Back on board with Keza, not only is he is now using DRS then, as I'm just seeing Sirius Rush saying Keza needs to wait for it for it all to kick off. Sirius Rush is saying I think it will then between the two Ferraris and the Alpines then, and of course Gurman in the Haas car. Oh my word, I've already got a dry mouth, and we're only on lap 3. I've got 30 more laps to go. Oh goodness me. Not as bad as the 66 laps, which of course Knowles, he had to navigate on a Wednesday, and a lot with multiple drivers on this field as well. As of course, Rocket League Good Luck driver said, naughty that by the birthday boy Boxstar. As we just got Mr. Rage Ball passes, passes. Goodness me, I think like I'm watching football, aren't I? Jay Hings down into a 14th position there. Gamer doing a good job on the soft tires. He's up into 12th position now, but I'm wondering if I was expecting an early safety car in this race. That hasn't happened just yet, though, has it? but there's still quite a number of laps to go then. But soft tyres still seem to be away at the moment because German is now 2.1 seconds up the road, 2.2. We're on board with Boxtel. Troy now all of the gearbox. Percy on the harder tyres, I think will be gleaming from ear to ear. So he is now on the tyres that can go very long into this race for Percy. Lovely rear camera shot, but a lovely rear shot. He looks very quick as well, Percy does. He's all over the gearbox of his teammate there, and Troy on the harder tyres as well. And so I think this is very much going to snatch the attention now for Troy, Boxtel, and German there, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. We did see the Ferraris. Very much work. It's going very nicely indeed on the opening stage. In qualifying. But goodness me, I think that they're not going to be helping each other out this early. But then again, I reckon that Troy might let Percy through if he's got the pace. But they are both battling for the same championship. They may be in the same team. Oh, there's a Percy on the snatch of oversteer. I think that was there. Or did he wrong foot? Did he get wrong footed by his teammate? Brabant made his way in the 40 minutes now. Jay Hings down to 15th. And of course, Brabant, the silver champion in 14th, having a nightmare qualifying. But race trim so far, not too bad. He's having to 14th and only 4 minutes away from the point set. Knowlesy has made his way from 15th to 11th as well. Good start indeed. There's a lot of drivers out there doing a good job. But look at the field then. From second all the way down to 19th. It's all within DRS range of each other. Goodness gracious me then. It's a long crocodile. It's the biggest DRS crane I have ever seen there. Unless I've got a very short memory. Smart move by the Ferrari, no doubt. Double stacked unless there is a safety car. Oh goodness me, that's a good point. And of course, remember that. I've got just my headset. Remember that, of course, there is a safety car, and you have to double stack. That would be the likes of Alpine and Ferrari, and that's going to cut out their teammates, isn't it? Because you lose quite a lot of time there. Percy really has good pace on that hard tyre, as the professor was saying. He really does, doesn't he? I'm absolutely surprised at how quick Percy is. But Percy's starting to drop off the back now. He did make a mistake down into turn 1 on the last lap there, and he seems to have lost the flow ever so slightly. But I can't believe he is so close to the back of his teammate, Boxtel and German, at this stage of proceedings. And on those hard tyres, that is massive alarm bells indeed. That Percy has good pace on wooden tyres. Like Sarah Spencer was saying, it's redonkulous, isn't it? What Percy could do in race trim on the hard tyres. He's fantastic, isn't he? Now might be why he's so good actually, because he might be so good at keeping those tyres in the correct window that's why he's so good. But having said that, how has he fired them up so quickly then in this? Whoa, is almost getting a bit skittish there, Percy is there, but no harm, no foul. Jay Hings is unfortunately dropping like a stone. He's down to 17th now, struggling at the moment in the second Haas car. Is Jay Hings, whilst the other Haas car is leading, but the gap has come down by 4/10 of seconds as we last checked in with the race leaders. Boxtel and Troy are now starting to reel them in then. Having said that, Boxtel is actually starting to gap Troy ever so slightly, I'd say, because there's only 6 tenths of a second there. But it's starting to become very noticeable indeed then, isn't it? Nameless strung in the back of the field at the moment, down to 2.4 seconds. I wonder if Nameless has got some damage or so after the first lap skirmish. And look at this, Percy is very much within the remit now of maybe having a look at. He's pulled out from the slipstream then, but of course Troy does have DRS as well as Percy, so Percy just reading them along quite nicely as well. So any distance you make in the second and third sectors really gets absolutely diminished, doesn't it, with that long back straight on DRS. I thought that Troy was going to let his teammate through there, but no, he isn't there. As Troy, I'm wondering then if he is struggling with the thermal deck then with these long corners there, which is really not going to help the tyre around there. Of course, one of the most infamous races then, or certainly in my mind, mainly because it just fell apart spectacularly from the Mercedes team. Of course, they got 1-2 in qualifying, and then the race trim, they both just dropped back, and I think that there was like 5 or 6 pit stops that the Mercedes had to do. Hamilton went from 2nd to 12. Rosberg, the pole sister, went from 1st to 6th, didn't he? It was an incredible race there. Very difficult to... I do like multiple pit stops, but I think that was probably a step too far, potentially. Gabba is going to come down once again. German's, who took off like a rocket there, is now starting to drop back. I wonder if German's target time. What do you reckon he's going to come to the pits then? Do you reckon he'll be in the pits early on around lap 11, maybe go on to the medium tyres to the end of the race? Can the medium tyres do 20 laps around this circuit? Well, I think that is all going to be answered, I think. And I think over the course of this race, and Knowles out DRS range of Barkley, that could be crucial. And look, Troy, go for it. He's having a look at the turn 1 there. Boxtel are just about to keep in there. Troy, then I think he wished that straight was a bit further, a bit long to stay there. But look at this, and I'm on back on board because Percy is through. We're going to be abreast, and oh my goodness me! And wow, and Percy is through it up in the front position, passes Troy. And my goodness me, not getting past Boxstar has been costly for Troy because he's now lost out to his teammate here. And look at that, and that's Abuto and Keza has all arrived on the scene as well now. And they got down and turn one there. So Troy not getting past Boxstar is crucial. And of course, Boxstar does not have nap 13, I reckon, onto hard. Some serious mushroom saying, and that is a prediction there from the mushroom. Now Percy is weaving. Why is he weaving? And I'm not sure why he's weaving there. And maybe he's had that for a Boxstar. Maybe it's something to do with Troy. I'm not sure that, guys. I don't speak car weaving language here. But what is for certain that, whoa, is again there. Percy's quick there, but that car is suffering a lot of oversteer there on the power, isn't it? Goodness me, that car is looking very uncertain. And they come out of the exits there. Over the grid, the hatches once again, and this is where it got very fruity, this and down someone. And here comes Percy. Percy is electric, isn't he? He's going to go for it. Look, that Alpine is harvested, so up the inside, Percy goes, takes second position. This man is on fire. And Nosey has lost 2 positions there, unfortunately, on the back straight. Gamer and Mr. Race has passed Nosey. I'm sorry, we're just I'm keeping up with this battle moment there. I'm going to be honest, there's a lot of rear light flashing on the back of Boxstal and Troy, but not on Percy. I think that Percy's done a very good job here, a very shrewd maneuver in car 88 of managing the errors. Well, now they've stopped managing them potentially. I think he was saying sorry to Troy, Serious Rush was saying that, and that does make a bit of sense actually, because he might have said sorry because he had to, because he was in the position to let him through. But now Percy has already passed Boxstal and now is up into second position there, and the yellow flag. What's happened then? What's happened? Oh, cars off the circuit then, and that's Jay Hings who's recovering as well. But I think that that's Cam who's lost the front wing there, and this is going to be a worrying sight then. Well, he's actually got his wing now. I think it might have been Jay Hings that has lost the wing, but Cam then having a nightmare race here. We're just taking it says Coop as in Soup who has lost the front wing now. Oh goodness me, and that's not ideal at all. And back at the front here. Goodness me, and now after that, I think was that the Aston Martin? I think it was. No, it wasn't. It was Mark in the Mercedes. And now here comes Boxstar. He's going for it, but he's not feeling too happy about overtaking them. I wonder if he just wants to use Percy now to reel out to the back of German potentially. But all the battling has allowed German to extend his lead back up to almost 2 seconds once again now. Percy and Boxstar grab the popcorn here, so I should say that. Yes, we've had this in the past, haven't we? Coop has come in the pit set. He is on the medium tire set, so it's not all done and dusted then for Coop. So he might be able to throw on the, or is he going to, well, he's back on the mediums actually. I thought he, I wonder if he might have gone to the hard tires and just extended the stint potentially. But we'll soon find out. On the outside curve there, Boxstal is on in lap 10 out of 33 at the one then calls. So it's Coop trolling down the pit lane now. We got a bit of a crocodile forming behind Mr. Ray said, as he is 2 seconds back now from Marky. The top 10 as sprinted away from the rest of the field ever so slightly, because then we got 2 goggles of cars here. We got 2nd to 10th, and we got 11th down at 240. But yellow flag again, and it is an Aston Martin. It's nameless off the circuit. Then is incredible qualifying. Has really been undone. At Cox Corner, and he's recovering now. Nameless has, but I can't see if he's damaged the wing at all. That Tango's in the pits, and after only 10 laps on the medium tires, had Liam also in the pits as well. German has recovered. What about Boxstal? Boxstal was very close then. We've been 100 for a second there, but no dice at the moment. Then now we've got Gamer getting past Mr. Rage, and now we've got Bravit and Knowles. He also saw in position as well. Goodness gracious me, it's all action. Tango on the pits on the hard medium tires. That to me is, I think it's a 2-stop strategy then for the Mercedes driver, sorry, for the Alpha Tower driver and for Liam as well. Nameless in the pits, and I'm expecting medium tires there from Nameless. Goodness me, wow, incredible stuff. But them softs are definitely starting to fade for German now. Yeah, the gap is a lot, has come down to a couple of tenths of a second there. But hats off though for keeping those softs going then, and it's really put himself in the box seats out there. So what strategy is going to go on now? It's actually lasted longer than Liam and Tango and Nameless had to come in the pits anyway, because I'm not sure if he damaged the car at Cox Corner. But yeah, I'm surprised that the soft tires lasted longer than some of the medium runners out. So the highest runner who's pitted is Tango down in 70 position. The undercut is going to be quite extreme around here. So Liam and so is anyone from the top 10 from this top gaggle of cars is going to start to pounce. And Marky doing an absolutely fantastic job as well in 9th position. The Mercedes on those hard tires as well. Marky is a similar strategy to Percy. Here comes Boxstal, but he just he gains too late, doesn't he? Troy is starting to drop back. Well, he's 6 tenths away. It was 7 tenths a second. It's now 6 tenths of a second. Now we've got more overtaking. And now Mr. H has repassed Game. Gamer. Down into 11th position now goes Gamer. Brabant has made his way through the field quite nicely indeed. He is now up into 12th position there in the Mercedes. Sorry, into the McLaren, I should say, with Chazza also doing a good job as well in 8th position. Of course, Chazza does not have that electric pace he had in Austria a week ago, unfortunately for Chazza. But he is in this gag. Well, I say he doesn't have the electric pace, but answer that, he's in this front gaggle of cars here. So Marky's dropped out of DRS. So that could be crucial. Back on board with the man's birthday today there. Boxdown, he would love a win on his birthday. As I mentioned, I think only 2 F1 drivers have ever won on their birthday. One is Jensen Button. I can't remember who the other driver is. Fuel could be an issue here as well. Yes, indeed. I'm not sure. Serious Mushroom, I heard you had an issue with fuel on Wednesday. I seen it in the comments. He had an issue with fuel, as I think a couple of other drivers out unfortunately struggled to get to the end there. Whoa, and Boxdown also put on the power there, and Boxdown was almost out of DRS, and Percy is now in DRS of German for the first time in this race there. Percy is now in DRS range. Tango has got past Cam, and now is he going to have a look at as I'm sure this is the car going on the pit side, but that was just my eyes playing tricks on me. But all good as I've now got Chazza now getting through. He is through, passes Eggwells, and Chazza flying on this race. What a performance here once again for the McLaren drivers. Superb stuff indeed. McLaren have got a very decent team, haven't they? Very much a team that is going to really elevate on this season. Yeah, I got back. I got it back though. Serious much saying with a lot of fuel, saving. And look at this. Yes, I think Serious Russian is exactly right. Hit the nail on the head. That as Champions has got past Hings as well. Hings is down in 15th, but I think Hings is on the solo retirement as he's waiting for his time. And no safety cars, Mona. Remember, so far in ALR Gold, we've only had 1 retirement so far in the opening 2 races, then, and that was Indigo. Apart from that, we've only had 1 retirement in 2 races, which has been absolutely fantastic, and it's been a dream for me because it makes my life so much easier after the races as well. But that's incredible stuff, isn't it? So German is in the pits, and goodness me, Serious Mushroom, I think Serious Mushroom is on the inside of the Haas team. He knows when German is coming in the pit. Lap 13 then, and German's in the pits now. What tires is the former race leader going to go on then? We're going to keep an eye on the tower. Let's take a look actually what's German, because German, there he is, and also that's Knowles in the pits as well, and it is the medium tires then for German, and he's out of the pits now. So German has got rid of those tires, and I think he's out in a absolutely beautiful. Yes, he is. Look at where Tango is. Now German's the race leader, and Tango is now it's less than a second, just about a second behind German here. My goodness me, then the undercut is, as we mentioned, it's very powerful around here. So Percy, Boxstar, Troy, and Immortal, and there's an Aston Martin in there as well. Actually, yeah, Nameless has been up. So unfortunately, so Nameless, yeah, must have been the driver coming out of the pits. So Nameless's horror show of a weekend is unfortunately continuing at the moment there. But Tango is very close to the back of German there. He's about a second away then. So that I think shows how powerful the undercut is. So there's going to be a lot of overtaking here. Troy is not going to be too enthralled with Nameless trying to unlap himself here. Unfortunately, though, that's kind of the name of the game, really, isn't it? There's going to be blue flags there, but that is the unfortunate part. As no one else is coming to the pitch just yet, then, so they're going to extend this stint now. Lap 15, then we're coming up to half distance out in this Grand Prix. And Percy leads. Boxout second position. And here comes Boxout. He goes for it, and he takes the lead. Remember, Boxout's already won 2 races this season, and he would love to win 3 in a row. Boxout would, goodness gracious me, certainly started off this season incredibly well. Brabant's past Gamer as well. Troy is out of DRS. There he is. He's dropped out of DRS range of the battling front two. And then Percy and Boxout. Remember, it was box office, no pun intended, then between the two in season 8, wasn't it? Goodness gracious me, and clashes here, there, and everywhere. But I feel that these two are very different drivers now. They certainly know the long game in this race as well. But even though I think they're more experienced, I do also believe they are very tough competitors. They're not going to let each other through. Oh, goodness gracious me, they want to win the Spanish Grand Prix here tonight, there, and they are going to go for it as much as they can. They're going to do their absolute utmost to win this race as well, which is absolutely sensational. And it's a privilege to Zabro is first, I think, was just shocked by Nameless getting lapping himself into the pits. Is the race seen it now, and Percy's going to retake the lead. So Box out the pitch. Troy has stayed out there. Immortal stayed out as well. So everyone else has stayed out. So Box out. I'm wondering if he is seeing what is happening behind that with German there, and because there's a lot of drivers that they're going to have to overtake then. So earlier the best, and hard tires on for Boxed out, but there's Troy, Keza, Chaza, and Equals. What tires they're going to go on? They're going to go on to the soft tires then, because Gamer has done 15 laps on those soft tires, which is absolutely fantastic indeed there. Here's the two Haas drivers, and German has got past his teammate of Jay Hings. Jay Hings is not in that. Look at that Tango. My goodness gracious me then. And I think that is going to be a worry now. So Boxer's got to get these tires up to temperature quite quickly here, because Tango's going to be through if he ain't careful. And I think that's what they're going to be concerned by, is the drivers that come in the pits earlier on, like Tango, like Liam, like Knowlesy. They're going to be a thorn in the side then, aren't they? There's a 5-second gap though between Tango and Cam here. So that's what the gap that they're going to be looking at surely. Back at the front, gap is 2 seconds between Troy and Percy. Yeah, Percy and Buckstow are boring now. They're too nice to each other. Seriously, I just say that. But I do feel though that if push comes to shove, they would not be too nice to each other if there's a race win. Very much up for grabs. So once again, Troy, Immortal, Keza, and Chaz are all staying out there. And I think Equals will. But no, Equals has peeled off into the pit lane as well. I love this race. This race is a fantastic one. Nameless has now unlapped himself, and so what I think Nameless now kind of needs a safety car in this race, doesn't he? Immortal is now all over the back of Troy. Into the pits comes Brabbit as well as Equals, and so they're now going as German set the fast off the race. And German, this race has been going very well for German at the moment. He's going to be on very old tyres as he's towards the end of this race then. But the amount of ground that he is making up, because he is not having to pass cars left, right and centre, could be crucial in this race then, or I could be completely wrong, which is more likely going to be the possibility, to be honest there. I think that at this moment in time now, we need to be concerned about Troy, Immortal, Keza and Chaza. My worst nightmare, Keza and Chaza next to each other, because they've basically got the same name, which I know that, but one starts with a C, one starts with a K, and Immortal then, the car stepped out, and of course, if the car steps out in turn 9 Cox Corner, you're going to have an almighty shunt there. Gamer passes Brabbit as well. Brabbit on the hard tires now. There's the tires left, right and centre. GG Nameless for helping Go-Go. GG to Nameless for keeping her going. And I couldn't breathe on the heart. As into the pits comes Keza. I swear that was the problem, not me that I can't read at all, which to be fair, I do struggle. Into the pits now comes Keza. Marky is in the pits as well on the hard tires. So Marky's now going to go to medium tires. Doing a good job in this race, Marky. Mr. Rage has stayed out. And this is very much going to be a strategical race. And I love strategical races. We don't get them a lot in ALR Formula 1, do we? But absolute privilege when we do get them. So we've got to make the most of these races. I absolutely love them. Out of the pits now comes Keza. Marky is coming out of the pits as well. There's Equals going through. Liam is through as well. And so is Cam there. And Knowlesy is just behind Marky then. Of course, the two former Alpine drivers then. My word. And this is getting very interesting indeed, isn't it? It's going to be how quickly can he get past the drivers that have already pitted then, and of course a different strategy then. I think that's going to be the crucial part in this race, I would say, as we've got Nameless giving Percy a lovely bit of DRS here. Percy has got a gap of 3.46. I'm so impressed with Percy and how he's so quick on the hard tires. Do you think that Percy might be thinking about going on to soft tires? I reckon that might certainly be in his and Percy Troy's in the pits, Immortal in the pits as well, and so is Chazza then. So what tires are going to go on then? We've just over a third of the way left in this Grand Prix. What tires are going to go on then? Ferrari mechanics are in the pits. It is the soft tires out for Ferrari. So Troy is on the soft tires there. Oh my golly gosh then. Immortal. What's happened to Immortal? He's on medium tires. As a box that has taken second position, and Tango is through as well. Of course, Tango is going to try and get his medium tires to the end there, but Tango might be slower in the slow thing then later on this race. Jay Hings also on the hard tires as well then, as he's just through. Keza now, and where is Immortal then? Immortal now behind Equals. That is the problem of pitting later then. Look, there's Chazza and Liam yet behind us. Oh, goodness gracious me, there are an almighty gaggle of cars here. This is where it's going to get very action-packed indeed then. So now on board of a ball. So then look how much up more the road then Troy's got. Then he's got 2 cars in front of himself in a Malta now, and Troy has gone on soft tires here, so he's going aggressive. Troy is then, and he's already through, passes Jay Hings and up into 6th position there, and he's got a gap of 3.5 seconds, which means that he can now really put his toe down, and he is certainly putting his toe down. And what is the race leader doing out here, Russ? And the race leader is staying out, Percy, and so I think he's electing to go on the soft tires, you know. Definitely think he's going soft serious, especially I think he is, especially with his teammate Troy going on soft tires as well here. But Troy's now out of that crocodile of a long, there's a long queue of cars there, isn't it? I think Percy's going to be very much in the heart of that queue of cars now, because he hasn't pitted yet. That's how quick those queue of cars is going then. And we got Jay Hings going in the pits, and for those hard tires then. So we got Keza, then we got Equals, then we got Amulto, Chaza, Liam, yeah, very much in the thick of things. And remember, Liam, yeah, was very much down and out in this race. And Marky, Knowlesy, Gamer is actually looking to get past Knowlesy here. He's having a look at the inside. That's a late move, that's a dare move, that's contact then. But of course, I think that might be a day late and $1 short. And Knowlesy was not giving up there. And Knowlesy's got a new crash helmet, so I think, of course, it was all pink last as Knowlesy's, I think that Knowlesy giving him a weaver. He is not a happy chappy, maybe, or is I'm not sure, or maybe he just wants Gamer to see his new helmet design potentially. Back at the near enough the front, and German is now 13 seconds away at the moment. German is the de facto leader when all things are said and done, but Percy is now into the pits. So Percy, even on those hard tires, Percy, the longer Percy waits, the worse he's going to get though. And I think he's heard your words of wisdom, Mushroom, because he's in the pits now. Markey has got past his teammate then, whilst I've been looking at the race leader coming into the pit lane. So Percy in the pits, and where's he going to come out then? Oh, he's already finished. He's on the medium tyres purchase, and so he's not elected to go soft here. And where's he going to come out then? He's going to be behind Tango. Troy's at the fast side race. To be honest, this is not bad at all. Look at that. Percy, who has, that is incredible. He's only 3.5 seconds away, and he's in front of Troy there. And I think that Percy is a monster tonight, an absolute monster. I thought he was going to be behind. I thought he was going to be on Tango. Just in front. I thought he was going to be in between Keza and Immortal. A lot of drivers are going to be absolutely horrified and surprised by that. If the Ferrari's going to do any team tactics here, yes. And Percy lets his teammate through because Troy is on the softer shod tire at the moment, and he has got the tools for the job. Oh, I've swallowed my tongue. But later on, then I think that Troy may get that position back because it depends on how long those soft tires last for. German leads 2.3 seconds in front of Mr. Rage, who's not pitted yet. Boxdale is second at the moment, and Troy says thank you. Third is Mr. Rage is second. Third is Boxdale. Fourth position is Troy with Percy fifth, with Tango in sixth position. 7th is Keza with Immortal in 8th position there. 9th is Equals. 10th is Chaza. Marky in 11th position. He drops off the back of Chaza there. So Marky is going to struggle into the pits because of Mr. Race. Now then, this is the battle for the lead there between German and Boxdown. In the background is the two Ferraris of Troy and Percy. I'm absolutely beside. Good shout by Percy. Fair play. I think that Percy and Troy is Troy as and the two Ferraris are swap position again. And in the background as well, we've got Keza losing out to Immortal, who's now able to do 5th position there. Goodness gracious me. It's a Ferrari 3-4. It's a Alpine 1-5. And then we got a Haas in the race of German there. Can German win his first race for well over a season? And at the moment, he's in the box seats, but he does have Boxstar and Percy, who are going to be flying out on much younger tyres as well. What can German do then? The gap is hovering around 2 second mark with one third of this race still to go in this race. Magnificent. Hats off once again to the gold drivers. We've had very limited DNFs. We've had no DNFs actually in this stage again there. We've only had one DNF so far, which was Indigo back in of course, back in Austria. Apart from that, we've had no DNFs at all in gold, which has been magnificent. The gamer still can't get past Norton, but never noticed on too much in the back of Liam yet, who's done 11 laps on those medium tyres. Percy has set a fast lap of the race out in the Ferrari, and Percy, who has not won a race yet, his only results to date so far have been a third position this season, and he's currently in third at the moment now. But I do think that Percy is in the box seats now in this race. I think he's got the he is certainly going to have the pace now towards the end of this one. Gamer is through pass, but look at this, the McLaren of Brabbit is trying to go on the inside as well. Knowles has lost 3 positions there, but Brabbit, who is on the harder tyre now, is on the outside. He's potentially get some points after a horror show qualifying here. Brabham could potentially get himself up into the points here then, potentially. But there he is at the moment now. Anything can happen still then, of course. We have still got 10 laps to go in this Spanish Grand Prix, but it's been an absolute joy, this one. It's fantastic. I've loved this race. Here on board with Chazza now. Troy is about 7 tenths a second away below there. We have Morsel in 5th position there. 6th is Keza and London. That's the battle between Keza, Equals, and Chaz and Markey is about 3 seconds down the road, but he's on medium tyres there, which means that I think he's going to be very quick at the end of this one, and he could potentially be looking at a potential 6th position, Markey is, and which would be delighted for the Mercedes drive as well. But I think Liam Yeh is going to be looking over his shoulder here. Great recovery drive from Liam Yeh. Unfortunately, Nameless, who is, I'm not sure what happened on the opening lap, but both Nameless and Liam Yeh both have dropped to the back of the field there. They might have just had team skirmishes about involving each other, but unfortunately, they've both had very differing races since then. Now, with Liam Yeh recovering his 10th position, Nameless is great qualified performance there, as unfortunately come to nothing at this stage then. But it's not over till it's over, and hats off to Nameless and Serious Much said for sticking with this one, because it's very difficult to stick with it when the race hasn't gone your way. Chapman's down into 16th then in the Alfa Romeo, because Tango has pitted and is now thrown on the soft tyres, as has Mr. Rage as well. So we're going to have a lot of drivers there very much showing some pace in this final stage of this race, potentially going for fast lap at the moment, which is held by Percy, I believe. Percy is now within 1.5 seconds there behind Boxstar, and Boxstar is now almost within a second behind Gurman as well. So they're all condensing on each other. This is going to be a very interesting thing. Now Percy's the favourite now, easily. Serious Special saying, I think I agree with you. He's got the pace, hasn't he, out of the top 4. Mortal is, I think, just unfortunately dropped out of that top 5 battle, so he's become a top 4, and he is still trying to save off as Percy is through and passes Box already. Goodness gracious me, just caught up to him like a freight train. How's that happened there? Last time I looked, it was a second. But Percy is up into second, but it's unexpected. Another lap or two, but he is now flying. Percy is going for his first Grand Prix win of the season, and this race today, Percy has just been in a different league. Gamer now into the top 10 for Gamer, so be happy that on his return to ALR Gold tonight. Percy, absolutely incredible. I think that I'm just absolutely shocked of how quick he has been today. Percy, this has been incredible, hasn't it, there, from the world champion. Potential. He hasn't. I don't think he hasn't led he has led a couple of laps, hasn't he? But he's just been overall on the hard or the medium tire. You could probably put ice tires on this car, or even the super hard, and he'll still be quick. He is absolutely incredible form at the moment. Percy pressed the grip hat there, pad. Goodness me, I'm absolutely shocked about how quickly he caught up to the back of Boxstar. Gurman is now going to, unfortunately, be a sitting duck in this race, and here he comes then, and now comes Percy, flies past, takes the lead of the Spanish Grand Prix, and Gurman there, unfortunately, he hasn't really got much to fight over, because Percy has just been absolutely incredible. What an incredible race it's been from Percy tonight there. Of course, he did a great job in 100% on Wednesday as well. But tonight, this has been, I feel this has been more impressive. I think what a drive from Percy. Qualifying struggled, didn't he? But race trim, once again, I think very similar to Emerson. Remember, Emerson did pole position for Emerson is probably one of his Achilles heel for the double world champion, the most successful driver in ALR history. Emerson is there, but qualifying is probably not his strongest suit. But race trim, Emerson was very difficult to beat, especially in his second championship winning season. But potentially what we've seen a replay of that this season as well with Percy. Percy calls qualifying maybe as Achilles heel, but goodness me, it doesn't matter when he is so quick in the races. They're absolutely incredible for the world champion there, and flying away, and he's already out of DRS range already for Percy. Is now with just a handful of laps to go for Percy, and he is well on his way then. So we're going to stick now with now we're going to have a look then. Equals has dropped quite considerably off the battle between these gaggle of cars here. So Equals is unfortunately struggling with pace lately and is now 3 seconds back Now Keza, Immortal, and Chaza now all very much fighting for 5th position in this race. And of course, then we've got Equals in no man's land at the moment in 8th position. 9th is Markey. 10th position is Gamer. And Liam Yen 11th. Brabant has lost out. He's down to 13th now. Mr. Rage up into 12th position. Nosey in 14th. 15th is Tango on soft tires with Chappers, J Hinks 16th and 17th. Cam in 18th. 19th is Coop. 20th position is Nameless. And no retirements again in this race. Fantastic stuff indeed there for the gold drivers. Absolutely spectacular stuff indeed. Like 27 out of 33 here. So, well, goodness gracious me, this race has been pretty impressive stuff indeed. The Boxtel, who's had two wins on the opening in the opening 2 races, then is third at the moment. And I do think though that Boxtel is going to be able to possibly catch and pass German with the handful of laps to go in this race. So mainly because German has done a lot of laps on those medium tires. So Liam Ye has done 16 laps on those medium tires. Liam Ye has done. Late safety car could really throw the cat amongst the pigeons, so to speak. But at this moment in time, then I think the German's going to struggle to stick and keep second position. Troy, can he keep those soft tyres going as well? Here comes Keza. He is closer to the back of Immortal. He's having a look then, but again, Immortal then just about fending him off. Markey in 9th then on the medium tyres. X-Gamer is in 10th position. Liam Ye is not giving up, is he? Liam Ye is not giving up at all. No, should he? Because now we got T's up into 10th position now. Mr. Raging Bull is in 11th, is he? No, Gamer is through. I know it's on contact, I'm not sure. But Gamer may have lost himself, or Mr. Rage may have helped him, but now he's on the inside into turn 4, and now through goes Mr. Rage on the soft tyres there, and Gamer's going to have to back out this one, and then Bravo is also going to be very interested as well. Driver of the Day voter is up now then somewhere, albeit it's on one screen but not the other at the moment there, so I'm waiting for my phone to catch up. But goodness gracious me, and Brabant now also very keen as well. There's Knowles in the background ready to pounce, and my word, getting very intriguing here. But Liam Ye is back in the point set now. Liam Ye is going to be an absolutely incredible drive. If Liam Ye can keep this 10th position there, this will potentially be a brilliant performance there from Liam. Cam now in 70th position past Jay Hings down in 18th. Hats off to Jay Hings. This is a very late call up for Jay Hings. He was parachuting in the very last minute in the Haas car and doing a great job. And once again, now this time Mr. Ranger Bull has got through, but he's done 7 laps on the soft tyres. Whether he can last another 4 laps then remains to be seen now. But Liam Ye, Gamer and Bravo is certainly going to be pressuring him right to the end of this race. And Keza and Chaz are still behind Immortal at the moment. Immortal doing a great defensive job as well. And as Troy is keeping up and doing a good job actually on those soft tyres. Troy can potentially get that podium then. I may have been saying it was all done and dusted, but Gurman has sped up now. Troy is sped up as well. Anything can still happen there. There's still a podium. There's still potentially a podium that could be on the cards and for Troy in 4th position there. And we're just looking at this battle again then. So just now on board with Kez. Then you can see there is the amount of errors that he's got then, and they've all got very similar errors. That's impressive stuff indeed then. It's like they know how much errors they got there. Very much monitoring stuff indeed then. Yes, I think Driver Day is out, but I can't actually get it on my screen now. I can't. So Percy, German, and Chaza is your driver votes then. Of course, keep it coming up. Whilst everyone's already in front of me, you've all got 10 votes, and I think I just broke my phone. My phone might be a bit rubbish. Down into turn 1 then. So Percy 70% of the vote, 30% for German. So far, I keep the votes coming in then. But yes, I do not agree with that. I don't agree with that. I agree with that wholeheartedly. Percy's been an absolute demon in this race. And oh goodness me, Gamer and Brabant now fighting. And Gamer unfortunately has spun the car, or maybe got a help in hand potentially. Nameless as safety car. Goodness me, where's Nameless? He's gone off in 4th corner. And my goodness me, now all of a sudden, and unfortunately 4th corner has reared his head again. Then Nameless out of the race there. And oh goodness gracious me. Oh, it's there's no penalty. Even Scooby Stew is saying, I want Percy to get drawn. Went for Percy to get drawn today. No, Camera Racer saying nice race. Well, unfortunately, a nice race. Unfortunately, we got a safety car, which means that unfortunately, all you drivers they commented about how good this race has been. Well, I blame you. But no, very good stuff. I didn't even think about that. Thank you very much, Scooby Shoo. No penalties either. Percy's in the pits, and German's in the pits as well. I think that this is very much might have neutralised. Oh, and Troy, and of course, that issue with the pit in here, but Troy has decided not to pit and has stayed out. I'm wondering if this is very much a roll of the dice, but he's going to struggle, I think, to keep the lead. Is anyone else staying out? Right? Yes, we've got drivers staying out here. Oh my goodness me. And all of a sudden, it has got, oh my gosh, and this race with it's been perfect for Percy. He's going to be so quick though, with but this safety car's not going to be out for long. But my goodness gracious me. Ooh, spicy now. It really is serious, Russia. Goodness me, it's spicier than my hot curry I had the other day. Which is very mild, to be honest. I'm very weak. I've got a weak stomach. Some of you may have heard over the past since I've been commentating on this malarkey. Out of the pits, I don't know what is the right and wrong decision here. Troy elected to stay out here. Mortal, Keza, and Chaz have stayed out as well. They're on used tyres. But Percy, who's been perfect in this race, is all of a sudden going to have to do a bit of racing. How long is the safety car going to stay out for? Is it going to be in the end of this lap then? I don't think it's going to be out for long, because surely it would be in the pits there. Professor, oh my gosh, no DRS last lap's even 1 lap sprint then. Serious Motion Reckless going to stay out for 1 lap then. Safety car is going to be back in. No, Serious Motion Reckless is going to stay out until lap lap 32. And then come in the pits then. Oh my gosh then. So yeah, we were touring. So no, safety cars in this lap then. So Percy is going to really have to get his skates on now. So lap 30, so 32 and 33 then he is going to have, oh no! And someone's gone into the back and it's Mr. Rage, a severe collision with Boxtown. And oh goodness gracious me, Mr. Raging Bull, it might be raging that now. And someone's lost their wing as well. And I'm not sure who has, as they were very slow then. German, Boxtown, I don't know, I've seen debris come off someone's car, but I didn't see who it was. Unfortunately, I've got a rubbish camera. It was some of them. Now then, we're going to be back race again. Troy is maybe Percy loses win. Professor say safety cars to come in this lap then. Out of the pits now then, and now Troy out of the race out and Troy leads, and here comes Percy then. Percy, who is now then, he's going to have to be going like a freight train now. It's a 10-second penalty and then full tango. It's got all nuts in this final stage. I don't even know what to say about German's over the 5th position. I sound like a racehorse commentator. German now needs to strike, does he? Boxtown needs to strike. Here comes Percy, he's up the inside, and he's going for it. He's having a look at Percy up the inside, and he does it. He takes a fair finishing. Kaz's lost as well. German now over the second finish, and this is going to get very fine indeed. Going to get us now up the inside. The Mortal's dropping down, and Percy's already back him in his second position. What a drive from the world champion here. And Boxtown following them through as well. Troy, I think that Troy made a mistake here. I wasn't sure, to be honest, and I must admit that I think that it was a tough call anyway. And now down the back straight, and now is Percy going to go for it? I don't think Troy's going to fight this one too hard. He is not, and he is through, and German now going to go on the outside, and yes, and German is through as well. No DRS, of course, and so can German there. Percy, that this extra spice in this final stage of this race. Boxtown's through as well. Gav in the front is 5/10 of a second out of the final turn there. Anyone who's elected to stay out there has unfortunately just been falling down the Nameless and Lukey's in the now out of the final turn there, and as we go down into turn 1 then there's Percy, German, Boxtown, and that is the top 3 with Troy in 4th position, the Mortal 5th, Kessa in 6th position. What's happening at the back here? Markey back up into the top 10, and we got 10-second penalty for Troy, for Tango, and a penalty for Mr. Rage as well for the incident there. Brabant unfortunately dropping down the order there. Liam, might be able to get a point after this. Been a very difficult race. Knowlesy getting past Cam as well. And I'm in 13th position there. We've also got look at this, Mr. Rage trying to go on the inside of Equals here, but Equals stopping over it. Bit of a stake there. And now we're on lap 33, out of 33 here in this race. And there's I think that we've got a very close battle here. German, remember what happened in Spain a couple of years ago between Emerson and German. I don't think it's pronounced as well, but I don't think it's going to happen this time around then. And goodness me then. And Immortals haven't looked there, but Troy defending for everything he's worth on those soft tires, but he's gone wide. He's gone wide, but he's still been able to keep it. Here comes Percy now flicking it into the final turn. And now into the final turn, and Percy comes out of it, and Percy wins the Spanish Grand Prix. Wow, that was a heart-stopping end to that race there. And my goodness, what is going on here? Oh my gosh, that's one of the incredible ends for the race there. Markey 7th, 8th is Liam, Eccles 9th, Chaz in 10th position. Look at that, 600 separates Markey and Liam, 3200 separates Eccles. My goodness me, wow, what an incredible end there. There's like 4 cars, there's battling on the line there. Wow, but it is Percy winning his first race win for Percy in the Ferrari, and my goodness gracious me then. The madness at the end there, Eccles saying it. You can say that again, Eccles. My goodness me, that was incredible in there. Percy driver of the day on the game, and he's leading the driver of the day vote as well. I'm going to be honest, he was perfect today, Percy was, wasn't he? Whew. I'm absolutely tired after that. Goodness gracious me. And, well, there he is, Percy, lofting the trophy then, of course. It's not been a good, it's been an alright start, hasn't it, for the defending champion. But this is, I think that this is Learning Girls Championship back on track, hasn't it now? Spraying the bubbly with Gurman getting second and Boxtel getting third. This is the first time this season that Boxtel has not won a race there, but he's on the podium still, and that's crucial. Percy keeps the fast up as well, somehow. Incredible stuff indeed. Let's take a look at the classification now. Percy, the winner in the Spanish Grand Prix, gets his first win of the season then, and also gets fast up as well. Gurman second today with Boxtel in third position there. Boxtel keeping his podium record as well. Lovely stuff indeed. Troy going fourth position. Mortal in fifth with Keza in sixth. Markey seventh with Liam Eccles and Chaz. Basically a dead heat on the finish line there. Fantastic. 11th position for Nolsey. Brabbit in 12th. Cam in 13th. 14th is Gamer. 15th is Hinks. 16th is Mr. Ranger Ball. 17th is Chappers. Coop 18th. 19th is Tango. Nameless is the retirement in this race, unfortunately. Only 2 retirements for the opening 3 races. Fantastic. Let me get me sound sorted out because I think there we go. And let's come to Percy then. Percy, I've been saying that you've been perfect today because you've just been absolutely unstoppable, even in that late safety car. But my goodness me, it looked easy from outside. But what about inside the car?
I'd say the first 95% of that race, well, I wouldn't call it easy because I'm still racing against this absolute crazy field, but I said the first 95% wasn't as hard as that final 5%, which was, pretty stressful.
We'll come back to that final stage in a minute, but before we do, I was absolutely dumbfounded about how incredible you were on those hard tires, and you was absolutely flying because when we was going through the grid, we was mentioning about maybe the hard tires was going to struggle on the outside, but even on those hard tires, you was keeping up with Boxtel, with Troy. That was absolutely incredible then. How did you get those tires working so well?
God only knows. I mean, I know I'm a lot better in the race trim, but I didn't feel like I'll be that much quicker than everyone else. I think maybe it was set up, something I've done different to others. I don't know. I'll have to find out.
Let me in on your secret. That's fantastic. No, Professor, this is not Percy's first win. This is Percy's first win of the season. This is Percy's 15th win of his career as well. Did I say first win? My apologies. And of course, going down to that final stint then. Yeah, I mean, what was right and what was wrong. And then when like 4 or 5 drivers stayed out, then I was thinking that you only had 2 laps then to get through the field then. But was you concerned by that? Because I was concerned, but of course I'm not a driver.
I was extremely concerned. I know that the likes of Keza, I think it was Keza. I'm not sure who was in front of me, but I know everyone's difficult to pass in this league. So it was more of a, do I take the risk? And if it doesn't pay off, then hey ho. But I'd rather have done that than stay out and then get absolutely swamped by everyone else and lose multiple positions. So I think, yeah, it was the right thing to do today. Still need to work on that quali pace because P7 it's just absolutely not acceptable, especially considering where I was qualifying last season and the season before that. So still a few bits and bobs to work on, but yeah, happy with the win.
And of course, said that you've had a so-so start to the championship. Then, of course, you had a podium in the opening race then, but Austria was a bit of a nightmare. But a win today then. How have you found the opening stage of this season so far? Then, bits ups and downs then, but now with this win then, going forward then, do you think that now this is going to very much catapult you on then for your second title?
I'd like to hope so, but I mean, you've seen the grid this season. Everyone else has seen the grid this season. I mean, you could have had at least 5 different winners today, which is absolutely crazy. So I think it's going to be an absolute insane season, and whoever wins the title at the end of it will be thoroughly deserving of it.
Really good stuff. Well done today, Percy. You've been perfect. You've been perfect, Percy. Brilliant drive then to your 15th Grand Prix win of your career as well. Magnificent stuff indeed then. I think it was Gurman that finished second today. Gurman, let's start off with that pole position. My goodness me, I was, shows how wrong I am all the time, but I was thinking that you came out too early and that pole position would have been snatched away from you, but I was so wrong. And what a pole position it was as well then. How happy was you with that getting that pole?
Yeah, I knew if you go out too late, the marbles come on the track really bad, so I went out straight away after my first run. Yeah, first part of the season, I just feel really good at the moment on the game. I've improved a lot. Frustrating to miss out on the win, really. With personally, the hard medium looking back was better strategy, but you know, what can you do?
Do you think then? Do you think that if you didn't go on the soft tyres in the opening stint and went on to even the hard mediums, that you could have been there in there to challenge? Because you did a long stint on those medium tyres, and that potentially may have cost you in the mid V8 of the race. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. This is a strategy. The pace was very good. I felt really good. It's just the tyres we've done. Percy just breezed past and out of the rest, so I couldn't really do anything. But fair play to Percy. Well done. Good win. But yeah, P2 is improvement really. So yeah.
Yeah, indeed, because that is your first pole of the season. But I also mentioned in the stream as well about Silverstone. I was having on if that was the right strategy or not. Then, do you think this season that maybe strategical calls haven't gone your way, or do you think you've just been unlucky as well?
Well, Austria, I was hungover and jumped the start. Silverstone was just a strategy error. Today, P2, but with a better strategy, probably could have been P1. I could have dive bombed Percy in the hairpin on the last lap, or the second to last lap, but I just didn't want to throw away a podium, so I'll just take it and then move on to Hungary, which is a track I like. So.
I had flashbacks actually. I think it was season 6 where you, Emerson, and Pillars came the blows there in that final couple of laps as well. Did you? I wasn't sure if you remember that, but I was kind of getting flashbacks. So I was kind of. Oh my goodness! And but of course, going on to Hungary then, as you mentioned, and as a good track for you. Then, do you think you can get that to win then, which has been quite elusive to you over the last season or two?
Yeah, but it's a really good track for me. I think this calendar's quite good for me. That win, yeah, it's been ages, but I think it will come because it's just a matter of time now. The pace is really strong, probably the quickest I've been, like even the past F1 game. So it's just a stronger field this season.
That's what I like to hear. Well done today, German. Brilliant drive. Great pole position as well. Fantastic stuff indeed then. And I think it was Boxstyle who finished third in the end. It was very, it was getting very demanding towards the end that race then. But Boxstyle, firstly, happy birthday. But sadly, though, you didn't get the win today. This is the first time you've not won this season then. So kind of ups and downs in this race.
I don't think he's in it.
Oh, isn't he? Oh dear, oh dear. Good job I switched off the stream, isn't it? Anyway, no, I haven't. Anyway, unless last thing I mean for me tonight, talk about Gurman being hungover. For gosh, I'm lacking sleep at night. Right, that's it for me today and for this week as well. Because no, I won't. I'll be back in bronze, won't I? Goodness me. Tomorrow night it is going to be silver, isn't there? Goodness gracious me, Haas have started off so well in silver. They have been electric. They really have indeed. Then and goodness me, they got the biggest points tally in history of any championship in ALR so far, with the first, second, and third. They've been dominating. Then it is bronze on Tuesday night as well. That is going to get very interesting indeed, isn't it? Very much. Kiki won the opening race, but it went a bit skew whiffed, didn't it? Slayers won his first race of his career. It is all up in the air in bronze, and of course 100% as well. There's been a lot of changes in 100% as well. Drivers have swapped teams, and so very much it's going to muddle up the results. And I cannot wait. Then that is the ALR.